you. Hello, I'm Chris Solo, and welcome to the Fabled 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and chaos. You're currently watching the Realms of Ukodor. You can catch us live every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time here at twitch.tv/Fabled42. And we will run a live moderated rerun tomorrow at 10 a.m. All giveaways will be active for that rerun. But before we get started, let's go ahead and dive into our announcements. We are here on Twitch. So what can you do if you have an Amazon Prime membership? You can link that to your Twitch and create Twitch Prime. That gives you one free subscription to any channel every month. Here on Fabled 42, if you are a Twitch subscriber, you get several things. Every giveaway, you get a bonus ticket when you enter in the giveaway, so your chances of winning is twice as much as anyone else. You also get one potion and one inspiration die. That size of those potion and inspiration die varies on which tier that you pick. And if you choose that, you can give that potion or inspiration die to anybody in any show every week. So you get to reuse that same potion and inspiration die every show throughout the entire month of your subscription. All you have to do is tag either a moderator or myself when you do that and say, hey, this potion is for GW, or Jidobi, excuse me. I will get the potion to him as soon as possible within the narrative. The other way to do that is donate through our Twitch bits. You can go ahead and check out the Ukodor menu down below, and you can donate certain amounts of bits for inspiration die, hero points, and other things. Same thing applies. Tag myself or a moderator in the chat and say, hey, this inspiration die is for Denahi, and we'll give it to Denahi as soon as possible. Big shout out to our longtime sponsors, Griffin Co. Anything that you see in any of our streams that is 3D printed is from Griffin Co. We're currently using Vorpal Board. This is a beta remote board game system that lets us connect with video, audio, player indicators, digital dice, zoom features, and many more things that you'll see throughout our stream. So go ahead and check them out as well. Big shout outs to the rest of our sponsors, Master Monk Gaming, Tabletop Things, 8-Bit Coffee Co., Critical Dice, Plaid Elephant Props, and Plus One Crafting. All the music that you hear tonight is from Derek and Brandon Viktor, so make sure to check out all of our sponsors and see which one's for you. As you will see here shortly, we have several giveaways that will be prompted dependent on if we hit those thresholds. So we have a video game giveaway if we hit 2,900 followers, a miniature giveaway if we hit 2,000 bits tonight as far as donations, and we have a sub goal if we hit 50 subscriptions. I will give away a D&D sourcebook of your choosing. So the more people we get into the stream, the more subs, the more follows, and the more bits, we'll be able to give away many more things. We're also going to do a mid-show giveaway as well when we go on our break. Go ahead and catch our podcast. We have episode 1 through 50 now of the Realms of Ukodor available on any major podcast platform. So go ahead and look up Fabled 42 for that. We have a brand new show starting on Sunday called The Adventures in Middle-earth, where Chris Sizemore, who played Hickfie on The Origins of Ukodor, will be leading a 6-hour one-shot every month in a persistent campaign in the world of Middle-earth. So it's very exciting. If you enjoy the Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, it's a good fun show to watch. The mechanics are a little different, so there's there's a learning curve. But that's all the announcements that I have. We do still have an Indiegogo campaign going on right now for the Kavak's Bag of Fate deck of cards. It only has a couple days left. So if you still want a deck, go ahead and check that out. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get ready for the next chapter of the Realms of Ukodor.
Realms of
Ukodor.
Welcome to the Realms of Ukodor.
Welcome back. So, continuing the fight in the Fire Ward, the Lightbringers found themselves one-on-one with a Fire Giant King, which soon turned into 3 Fire Giants versus the Lightbringers, which seemed to be a little too much to bite off at first. The party began to show a little fatigue when the 2 additional Fire Giants elevated the challenge. And after a near-party-killing blow from a giant lava strike, Jidobi came in with a clutch healing spirit that brought Saiyan and Denahi back from being unconscious, able to get back into the fight. The party was able to destroy the remaining Fire Giants along with Torque's famous beheading signature move. After all the Fire Giants were killed, Tallulah went to go loot the king, looking for jewels, items, the gems, something. After looting the king, she went over to the Dreadnought, didn't find anything really of note, but what she did notice was a red mist started to kind of swirl near the head of the Fire Giant King. Upon further investigation, revealing a demonic-looking creature that went by the name of Kalina. giant red and black with crimson wings elevated this creature into the air, and the fight was not over. This creature continued to attack the party, flying further in the air and then grabbing Denahi with her psychic or electric whip. I can't remember which. Lifting Denahi way high in the air. The party did all the range attacks that they could do to try to hurt this creature. When Kalina realized that she was outmatched and outgunned, she tossed Denahi about 65 feet through the air, falling to her near death into a pool of lava. And there you saw, as Denahi was about to fall into this pool of lava, the ash on her back started to create these dragonfly wings. With this newfound ability, she charged Kalina and shattered her explosively in nature, defeating the creature.
What?
As the dust settled, the very familiar ritual that persisted afterwards lifted Denahi and Tallulah in the air, and their eyes linked, and these two twin gems seemed to have aligned Tallulah and Denahi in some way, giving them both some sort of abilities. Jadobi as well learned a pretty OP spell himself, and that's where we pick up. What would you like to do? And you're definitely not in the city right now.
So
we're still surrounded by the bodies of the fire giants, and
yeah, we're just still right there.
Correct.
Devil, not demon. Forget
That
me.
was epic!
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is one word for what just happened. Yes.
I would have to agree.
I keep forgetting that Talk likes near death. I'll never understand.
Well, that was about.
Don't get me wrong. I'm one for the adventure, but that was a bit much.
And then I end up kind of find myself again staring at Denahi, who's just kind of floating in space with these newly found dragonfly wings of hell dust and lava. I'm just stunned.
Yes, you magic one. That was beautiful. I've never seen anything like that. I'm so taken aback.
I knew this would happen one day, but I didn't know like this, or when, or how.
You knew this would happen?
I had a feeling. I had a feeling for weeks, actually.
So out of character, I grew up in the Fae, and have I seen like wings like this on a tiefling, or have I seen tieflings with wings before?
You haven't seen. You might have seen some tieflings with wings in different natures, but not quite like this. Like there might be some with some sort of dragon wings, but that's more of an inherent ability that they've gotten by other means. But you've definitely never seen a tiefling with deer antlers like Denahi has, or dragonfly wings.
Got it.
A one of a kind.
I'm an alien.
So you had a feeling for weeks that you had wings? And you never mentioned that?
I had the urge to. I didn't know how to use them, though. I've read about it as a child, and I don't know.
You've had these your whole life?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
We've been killing a lot of epic things. Maybe Beerus. Sorry. But maybe... pardon me.
Yes,
Just a fire
Yes.
cat. You need to get out of the way.
Yep, a fire kitten. Yeah, I don't know too much about them yet. I'm still coming to terms with the idea.
We should go flying together out of the fire ward. We should leave the fire ward immediately. Please. Please. Pretty
I
please.
can't say I disagree with the little one.
as she is kind of begging to everyone, I'm just kind of, I walk over to Denahi, and I kind of put my hand out, and I just go, may I?
At your own risk, I suppose.
Take a deep breath, and I...
Same.
Fair warning, I don't have much healing left.
Me neither.
I put a hand on her wing, but if I feel like they're like flaming hot, I won't touch them. But if I feel like it's okay, I'm gonna put my hand on her wing. Okay.
It should feel like like a dragonfly wing, just very, very thin skin.
Don't break it.
Wow.
Cholula says.
It can't take insults.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Denahi and Tallulah, for getting Denahi your second gem and Tallulah your first.
I had no idea this one would be mine.
Cholula.
What does this one do? Do any of you know?
Not a clue. Not an idea.
I don't understand these new inhalable ones.
It should really be its own brand, Torque.
Mine are mounted on my arms.
Yeah. It's quite strange, but I'm gonna start walking over to the people who are just now freed from the cage that kind of disintegrated when the demon woman died.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you last said they left the cages and start going to like their homes or something. Can I catch them while they're walking?
I mean, I guess you could.
Okay.
Perception checks.
Perception.
All around.
No one will stop you from being faster.
Natural 20.
24 for me.
24 for you. A red tiefling male is actually approaching you, Jadobi.
Is
We have
this
company.
Datini? Do I recognize him?
Is it who?
Do I recognize this red tiefling man?
You don't.
I look over.
Oh, you thought it was your uncle?
Yeah, I did.
Got it.
Hello there. Are you all right?
Yes, I think we are all right. Are you? You must be. Are you Jadobi?
I am. Yes.
I am Orax. You were most likely sent here to meet me, so I would give you one of your final quests for your for your training for the warden staff.
Are you the warden here? Are you one of the two?
I am.
I heard that you were both murdered. by
Well,
the Fire Giant King.
my brother was, unfortunately, but we've been trapped in
Sorry.
these. Thank you. We've been trapped in this cage for maybe a week, with no connection with anybody. So I wouldn't imagine anyone looking for me would find me and would assume me dead. So that's not surprising. But you were able to kill her, which is good. Kalina, I have a feeling that she was trying to work with Viktor.
Well, it's good that she's no more.
It's good that you stopped her from entering the material plane with her army.
She has an army.
She does.
Where is this army? I find it peculiar that she was at the gate alone, or with only 2 other giants at her disposal.
Technically, there were 3 giants. Her essence was in and one with the gems. So she empowered these gems to the king in hopes that she could use his power and strength to free her from this plane. Her army is in the Shadow Ward.
I see.
So she needed to get to the material plane, and so then she was able to summon directly from the Shadow Ward to the plane by some dark means.
I see. Good to know.
Cerise has probably flown over at this point. Do you know much about the Shadow Ward?
I do, actually. What information are you looking for?
Anything that could help us when we go chase Viktor in there?
You are going to try to chase Viktor to the Shadow Ward. What is your plan? Please tell me you
To
have a
know?
plan.
Well, gathering information first. That's definitely step one.
Wait,
we
why
can
should
make-
we tell you our plan? How do we know
That's-
you're not in cahoots with
That's
him?
a good point, Tanahi. We have a plan. Or do we? You don't know.
You don't need to either.
That's fine. You charge into that with no assistance from any of the other planes. Go right ahead and fail like everybody else before you.
Do I?
What?
It might be a little late for me to ask. I don't know. Do I believe him as he's speaking about?
Inside check.
Okay, here we go.
But
Ooh. The 30.
Yes, you believe him.
35. Okay, cool. Are you sure?
do you know the names of any of the people who went to fight Viktor?
Which time?
Any of the times.
Let's see. I believe Jadobi's grandfather was the last one that went, which is why he is now on his forearm, which is a fancy trick, Pacina told me.
I see.
Indeed.
Well, Cerise. There was Zelarosian. There was Orin. The other names escape me. No.
I will have
My
to dig
grandmother.
into the resources of my brain and to pull out this information. But luckily, it's on the first page of my notebook because we've done this before. There was Ariel Nizri, who I believe you will have become acquaintances with recently. Athora, the golden dragon that you have saved.
I kind of give a sly eye towards the Dragonborn, saying, "Yes, we are familiar with her."
Oran, the dark sorcerer, which I believe you killed in the... Was it
Earth Ward.
Earth
yes.
Ward? Yeah, that's right. Man, there's been so much, guys. There's so much that you guys have done the past few months. But yes, those were the Serium Order, the very last of those soldiers of the light, were the ones that attempted to kill Viktor. They succeeded in the material plane, and they did what I assume and presume that you are going to do, which is follow him to his castle, which is not
no,
a
here, I
fool's
thought-
errand.
I just heard that no one ever came back from those, but... Well,
Several people did, in one way or another.
Ooh.
but they have been mostly, for the most part, very remote and inaccessible, so I suppose that would make sense for why people would think they weren't.
So many of those people died in his castle. Oran was turned into a lich by Viktor. Ariel was banished to that vault where you found her in the Valari ruins.
Yes.
Your grandfather was killed that day, but your grandmother was able to grab him and plane shift out of that location. She was the only real survivor from that escapade, but she was not really part of the fight. She showed up later in the fight. Your grandmother swore to stay back to protect your mother.
I see.
And because she disobeyed your grandfather's direct orders, he is still alive, sort of.
Sort of. Yes.
Thais was banished to the ethereal plane to never walk foot on the material plane again. And all the other members of the Serianum Order, those with no names, those with not enough importance to remember, all fell that day in his
Wow,
castle.
That's pretty harsh. None are important enough to remember. I feel like anyone in that battle is important enough to be remembered.
I do not remember the names of 100 people that I heard from third hand that all died in the siege of Victor's castle. Now, part of his undead army.
But this is helpful. We can learn more. Do we... Do you know... Well, can you talk to your grandfather and ask what he faced? I mean, or do you know?
I mean, if he still talks to you, that is a good resource to extract information for sure.
I'll be
You always
sure
do
to
that.
try to have that conversation.
Seek her counsel.
Saying you're kind of quiet, but what were you saying?
I have not communed with Athora for quite some time. This may be a good opportunity to seek her counsel as well.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And GW, you were saying something?
I was just saying that I'll be looking forward to having that discussion with my bracer.
Fair enough.
Yes. All right. Well, is there anything that we can help you with here before we
No,
head out? Is there any...
you have more pressing matters. You do not have much time before Victor assembles his final assault.
Yes, well, there'll be time for ale, my friends.
We have much to rebuild. We can manage this with your assistance of killing these foul creatures.
Do you know what waits for us on the other side of the gate?
Of this gate?
Yeah, is that a safe way to re-enter the material plane?
No. You
No.
end up in the continent of Kala, which is a volcanic region, which is not very a fun place to be. It's on the eastern side of Hylak. I imagine that the warden here now that he has completed his quest, should have the ability to get you all home in one way or another.
I'm sure we can figure it out.
But Jadobi,
Yeah,
I do want to congratulate you for completing your quest. Under different circumstances, we would all meet in the Feywild to celebrate this triumph. However, I believe that would not be appropriate in the current circumstances, so perhaps we do this when you return from the Shadow World.
Yes. Is there anything that you can tell us about the city here? I know that it's been...
Korath? Why would you want to go there?
There may be things that we need before we were to leave here.
I mean, you have free will. You can very well go to Korath, obtain items and such, but those who go to Korath don't tend to come back the same way that they entered, or in the same time that they entered. It's a very dark and evil place with lots of tricks and deception.
If I may, that last fight was pretty rough on us. It may be a good time to cut our losses and prepare for the upcoming fight.
Well, there is that. I mean, there are dangers there. It is a city. They still rely on e-commerce and trade with the other cities of the other planes, but also being the gate to the hells is not a fun place to be. I mean, at any point you say the wrong thing and a devil or a demon may possess rights to your soul, and that would probably be very complicated in this time.
I think we've had enough dealings with demons for today.
Indeed.
Very well. May we rest here for our travel back home?
Sure. With the fire giants gone, we should be able to defend ourselves and you, should you need the assistance.
Thank you. I look to everyone, and Cerise. What say you all? Should we rest here to get our strength back for tomorrow, our travels?
I would propose going to the Earth Ward and taking a mud bath, personally, if we can.
I second that notion.
Do we have the means to
Cerise
get
knows
back?
the words to get to me. All right. Actually, I turn back to the tiefling. Actually, it sounds like we're on our way to the Earthward. But thank you so much for your time, for your efforts, and
Whoopsie.
A mud
Be
bath sounds
strong.
exceptional.
It really does, doesn't it?
And wine.
Yes, that you don't drink from a sack.
Really.
Yes. Oh my
Hot
god,
food?
glasses. No more water. Earthward it is. Let's go.
as they go back and forth like that, I'm gonna look at the tiefling man again. Before we leave, is there anything else you could possibly give us? Any information? Anything at all?
I mean, that's a broad question. If you have questions, by all means, ask.
I suppose I don't.
Do you
Think
know what?
maybe they-
Which? Pardon me. Sorry.
No, you go ahead. Yes.
Do you know what's between the rift from the Verdant Plateau and Viktor's castle? Is there anything, or does it go straight there?
The rift? That's a great question. The Sarium Order did not do that. They went, transported near the castle and kind of trucked it on their way there. The Verdant Plateau was told that rift, if you can obtain the rights to go through the rift, it gets you relatively close in like the back door, essentially, of the castle.
Obtain
The right?
the rights.
Yes.
You.
The king of the Verdant Plateau is the only one to grant you the rights, and you must traverse this gate, this rift, with him at your side.
Lord
Do I
Victor?
know who that is?
What'd you say, JW?
I said Lord Victor, as if he was like the king or something.
No,
Plateau?
it was one of the first creatures that he turned.
Is it Warwick Lightbringer?
It is.
Warwick again. Wow, he is a very popular man. This Warwick. Okay.
It's a very good man. Oh.
Yes. All right, we must get it from him. Thank you so much for all your help. I
course.
have no other questions. If does anyone else? All
No.
right. I kind of give him an elven bow, and I start to make my way to the gates, the gate to the material plane.
Mm-hmm.
May the lights be finally
Wait,
cast
wait,
on the
wait.
You mean
darkness.
do you mean to the Earthward, right?
Well, I don't have the magic to get us to the. I don't have the magic, unfortunately, to get us to the.
Oh.
Earth. So I would have to
And then
go through the material.
Cerise pulls out her gate cube.
Oh.
What is that?
This is what I tried to bring my family back through. It opens a planar gate. I can just open a planar gate to the Earthward. I have a
Well,
charge.
shit.
I see
All
that
right.
you have found that item. That is a handy item to have.
No fucking kidding.
Did you used to live in Valari?
Yes, I did. And he starts to get a little uncomfortable. I had a
Yes.
intimate relationship with that castle.
Really?
I don't want to hear about it.
I do.
I kind of do also. Go on.
I can't. Okay.
I do not believe it's appropriate in the present company.
Who is he looking at when he says that?
Is there children around?
He's looking at you, Jadobi.
You're so young.
I get close. I get close to him. Who do you mean in the company? Do you?
He looks down at your forearm.
With his grandfather.
What was his?
Saiyan, you get a D6 inspiration die, and Denahi a regular healing potion.
Hey, thank you.
I put my left arm behind me. Understood. Thank you. Understood. Be well. Be safe.
Wait, now I'm interested.
And
Of course, now.
Go ahead.
Speaking of
he,
carnal
hilarious.
he leans in and he says something to you, and I'll let you know what it is.
Cool. I walk up to Cerise with her cube. I'm all set.
Great.
Clearly.
Is everybody ready to go?
Yes.
Seems so.
Okay. Thank you so much for your help.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, one last thing before Cerise presses that
I haven't
button.
pushed the button yet. Don't worry.
I know. Did we happen to like try to get that whip from that demon chick? The whip and maybe like the sword from the giants?
The sword from
Did
Giants would be way too damn big for any of you to wield, even Torque.
Okay. What about that whip though?
Tallulah searched everything, didn't she?
She didn't. No one searched the demon because that was the last thing that you guys did was kill the demon.
Yeah.
The demon
You were a bit
who did have a
preoccupied.
sword and a whip.
I'll make sure to take those before we head out.
Good job. Good job.
Yep. All right. I have the sword and the sword.
Way to be a loot goblin.
Which is
Technically,
funny
I
because
have them.
the loot goblin isn't here when items were kind of made for said loot goblin. That's
We
fine.
got him though.
It's
We
fine.
got him. All right, Cerise, press
Got
that
you covered.
button.
Pushing the button. All right, and I open up a portal to right outside the tavern. So it's the gate we can walk through.
All right. Okay, you walk through the gate.
Oh, okay. I forgot how much I hate that.
Don't do much interplanar travel, huh?
Doesn't matter
No,
how much
no,
they
no,
do,
no,
it
I-
still sucks.
Tend to stick to the one plane normally.
I just swallowed my vomit.
As you guys appear, Toro is there. Welcome back, Jadobi. You done lollygagging while the world is in turmoil?
Lollygagging.
Nope. Still lollygagging. So
Fantastic.
yep. I'm gonna walk in to
As you
I mean,
walk,
we're like probably covered in blood and like dirt.
No.
and soot,
And,
Burn.
yeah, like just burns.
As you walk by Jadobi, he pats you on the back and says, "Congratulations."
Thank you, friend. Thank you. And I continue to walk in.
Jadobi, where have you
Bert?
been? We've been sitting here with this boat this whole time, and what have you been doing? And who is this handsome man? Hello. And you see a little gnome girl with crazy pink hair and goggles, and she kind of puts the goggles on and looks at you. And then you watch her take something out of her back, and she throws it on the ground. It's like a stepping stool that rises up so she can get as tall as you. What's your name?
Unrelated.
My name is Trixie. What is your name?
Hello,
Yeah.
little one.
That's a relief. And I walk around him.
I still love you, Torque. Don't forget about that. I love you, Torque.
Awkward.
He has enough love to share.
I don't know how to respond to what's happening right now.
Oh, who's this? Oh, did Trixie meet Cerise? I can't remember. I'm
I-
sorry. You did.
Yeah, because I came over on the boat.
That's right.
Shit. Boat.
Did you say shit boat? What the hell is that?
No. I was like, wait, is it a ship? Boat? Ship?
Choked.
That's a pretty boat.
It's a knife, sword, whatever.
Jadobi,
It's a
what
knife.
are we doing? What is
You
the
want-
plan? We've been sitting here for like a day or two. I don't even know. 3 days. It's been so much. Time is so weird here. Jadobi, what are we
Time is-
doing? What are we doing?
Can I? Oh my! Can I please?
Go ahead and tell them, boss.
Yeah, I told right now, really, please. We're gonna take a mud bath, and then we're gonna talk about it right after that. We just literally walked out of hell. Look at us. We're gonna take a minute.
He's already gone. He's walking away.
Priority.
All right,
Rydel's
All right.
super angry.
Denahi, please take us to the place.
Going there. I
Okay.
assume we've been there before.
Yeah, you've been there
I'm
before.
going there.
So you take some time, you get there, and you walk in. And currently there's no one else in the pool. And you guys, prep yourself and go ahead and slide in. Whoever does, anyway. So when you walk into this space, it is a giant mud pool of sorts. Do you go in? Do you stay out?
Is everyone else walking in?
Oh, I'm in.
Oh, I've been in there. Yeah.
I'm butt naked. I'm butt naked and just going in.
Go for it.
Zayn kind of dips his toe at first and is like, okay. Then just slowly starts
Okay.
wading in.
You
The
start
hole like fills up a little bit.
you start to feel pinches on the bottom of your feet,
I just let the crabs have me. Just.
and you lift your foot up, and there's
What?
little tiny crabs, like eating the stuff on the bottom of your feet.
The
He
dead
sees
jets.
interesting.
Jadobi, make a dex save for me.
Why?
It's always me. Dex save.
Well, Tallulah's
we
not
go.
here. I was gonna do it to
Because
her.
he
but
must
she's not
die.
here.
I mean, Denahi's here. Do it. You can do it to her.
No, that would end really poorly if what this is gonna happen to her or Torque.
Dex save.
No,
All right,
no
that's
bueno.
gonna be 14 dex save.
14 dex save. That's just enough. You feel like little pinches, and then a tug, like something grabs you by the ankle and pulls you.
Oh, ankle. Okay.
Like you have that motion, and all of a sudden you see two little green ears poke out of the pool, and you see little eyes.
That's not creepy at all.
And you see
Freaking
What in the...
Styx is like backpedaling and blowing mud and
Have you literally just been sitting here waiting for us, Styx?
for
days.
days. It's been great. I've been eating the crabs. There's not that many anymore. And he's just swimming around. It's a little
Too much of
it's
a
a,
good
that's
thing.
a little goblin friend.
You are a strange little creature.
And you are a shiny, bright creature. What is wrong with you? And he throws mud at you. That's better.
All right, guys, we're safe to talk here, away from the prying eyes and ears of
And you hear, out of like some crevice or something, Styx pulls out his bagpipes and starts blowing his bagpipes, and
Styx.
mud is going
Styx,
up.
please.
What? I thought you wanted some music or something. You have Cerise here.
No.
Cerise likes the music. What's wrong with you? Hi, Cerise.
I look at Cerise like, Cerise, tell him that you don't like the music.
Fine.
But
Just say the word, I'll firebolt it. And I sink in deeper.
don't worry.
Yeah, you
you
get
know
right on that.
they may be cruel, but it's okay. But maybe you should just wait until later because we need to talk, and it is very loud.
Yeah. Yes.
Whatever. He throws it over there. He sinks down to like right up under his nose, and you see almost like he's playing music with his bubbles. Like he's doing bloop 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 bloop.
All right,
Cerise isn't
guys.
good for this and is resisting very hard to join in, but she's like, it's focus time. But she keeps glancing over.
Yeah, saying Styx is their friend from a long ago from this town of Edak. He was a bartender of bonus points. D10 inspiration die. Someone remembers what the name of the bar was? Styx's.
He wasn't Crooked Mask.
Oh, you guys have
Oh,
cross
yeah,
names.
Crooked something. Crooked Cove? I don't know.
The slanted
Crack rock?
tree or crack rock.
I think it was the Crack Rock. I actually don't remember. That's the funny part.
Oh my
Wow.
God! You just quizzed us on something you don't even know the answer to.
I'll find it.
What is your deal, bro?
Because that's
Hey,
the
Styx, what was the name of the bar?
That was
you
pretty
had?
impressive.
that's the fun part. Well, I was hoping you'd keep asking before, and then
Cracked Rock was definitely a contender.
it's in the Rookery. That's why I couldn't find it. Got it. Yeah, the Crack
Rock
Crack
is.
Rock. Anyway, he.
Ah!
So you get a D. What I say? D8.
What do I win?
D8
I win
inspiration.
something.
D10.
D10
I heard
inspiration.
D10.
Look at that. So he's a bard lock. So he's a warlock and a bard. Interesting mix. Longtime companion of the party. Anyway, continue.
Gotcha.
So I'll go ahead.
An odd individual, it seems.
Very.
I'll go ahead and get the conversation started. So Tallulah, I've been thinking about your gifts of regeneration.
Yes,
I'm guessing Viktor can do that as well.
I would assume so. Yes.
And what is every now and then I know that I've noticed sometimes that this healing factor does not kick in when you take certain hits or something. Can you? Am I correct?
I believe it's necrotic damage, but I really don't remember. I'd have to dig in.
Necrotic.
Yeah.
Am I too?
Question you don't know the answer to.
Well, I mean, her character is ridiculously custom and complex, and I'd have to dig into it. But
So, am I to assume that maybe Viktor has that same that same limit? Like if we hit him with necrotic, it would maybe turn off his rejuvenation.
I doubt it actually. I believe that he feeds off of necrotic energy. I'm different.
Curious.
Remember, I did not completely transition.
I see. All right, that was just definitely something that I needed to know.
So we should call you they.
Word silence.
It was a really bad joke. I'm sorry.
But I believe with my dealings with Rosalind, I believe Radiant is our direction that we go.
Well, I'm useless then.
That would be my domain.
Aren't you a divine sorcerer?
True.
Yeah, Denahi, you have divine magic as well.
I haven't attuned to it in a long time. I've
Don't
been
listen to them.
caught up in Phoenix magic.
Well, I think now was the time to sit down and kind of meditate on that aspect of your powers, because it seems like we're gonna need it.
I
This
suppose
would
so.
definitely be a time to focus in on your more holy side.
No. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like fire would still be good, but I think more divine magic would be better. I look at Tallulah. Vampires can burn, yeah?
Yeah. We've burnt vampires before. Before I became
feel like
one.
most things will burn. We were kind of in an odd place earlier, but most things burn.
Yeah, I mean, when you all fought the vampires prior to her becoming a vampire, you burnt the shit out of a bunch of vampires.
Cool.
And you remember, I mean, it's been a while, so we can do a quick refresh, but, I mean, she can chime into some of that, but there were the lieutenants, which is like Viktor and Rosalind, and Ian is probably lieutenant. So anyone who Viktor has changed is a very powerful vampire. And then you have the lieutenants who have changed people, who is like a watered down version. And then you have those who change those. And those end up being more like ghouls and like feral vampires. So there's definitely several tiers of vampires. But the lower tiers for sure burnt quickly. You guys wrecked them pretty hard. Lieutenants are a little bit more difficult. Yeah.
Good to know, Tallulah. Thank you. Very good.
Being a member of the undead, would I have any insight as to
What?
something that?
What?
No. Knowing that Viktor is a member of the undead.
Whoa! I was like, what?
There.
I don't. What?
Do I believe this? I believe this.
I mean, you can roll an insight check if you want. That was a slip. That's a Freudian slip.
That was a
maybe.
bad slip of the tongue. I did not say that in character, though.
That's true. What are you?
Because if you say it in character, I rolled a 36 to see if you were holding something.
All right,
I guess
so
if you didn't say it in character.
What's your
then I get
DM
one.
question?
Would I have any insight as to potential weaknesses that he might have?
Roll a history check. Because I would think Athora would have given you some sort of information.
Well, that was a awful roll, so I think I'm gonna throw that D6 inspiration on top of that.
Good time for that.
So let's see, that would be. You said history?
Yeah.
If you serve the god, you probably have a
History is not so good, so that's gonna be a 10.
10. That's enough to give you some basic stuff. I mean,
If it was religion, it'd be better, but
oh, I guess that would make more sense. Do a religion. That does make more sense.
if it was religion, that'd be 16.
Okay. No, that makes 100% more sense. This is definitely a motorcycle driving down the road. You see Trixie. You see Trixie driving something. You know, whatever.
What do you want to?
If anybody's gonna do it, it would be her. You start to think. I mean, radiant energy. Radiant energy for sure. Things like moonbeam and daylight would definitely weaken him and potentially stop that regeneration while you're in the material plane. The Shadow Ward is a completely different beast. There's other things that work there, but again, they weren't as prepared as they could have been. I mean, there's stuff that they've learned that you may be able to procure from her or your grandfather about what to expect there. But yes,
And
so
forgive my lack of memory, but his castle is in the Shadow Ward.
correct.
Does Saiyan share this knowledge with the team?
Well, you're definitely on the right track with the radiant energy. I know this is something that works well against the undead. Daylight may be a good option as well, but I don't know how much use that will be in the Shadow Ward.
Still good to have. I have been practicing my magic of light, manipulation of light. It's a very difficult type of magic. I'm used to more manipulation of more physical things, I guess, but manipulating light is difficult. But I think I've grown stronger with it.
Power of the Divine is definitely my domain, and I have some power of light, but I don't know how much of it I can handle on my own.
I see. I can also make kind of a bubble of light as well, if it would help.
I can make sure to protect you both. That's what I can do.
We're gonna protect each
From what
other.
I've seen, it seems that you do not need my protection. We may need yours.
Cerise, what have you got in your arsenal? Anything radiant, divine?
Well, I have my spirit guardians. That's radiant energy.
True. That's right, you do.
I have the destructive wave. That's thunder plus radiant energy. And I don't know. I'm like, do holy symbols do damage to vampires or anything like that? I just wonder if I could get a bunch of holy symbols and animate them and just.
Saying, I mean,
Yes.
I would religion check. Janobi, roll a religion check for Tallulah.
Okay.
Okay, that was not a happy roll.
She gets
Have her sheet up for me so I know what to add to it.
a plus 14.
So
Goodness.
It's ridiculous. What have
I rolled an
done?
18, so 18 plus 14 is 32.
It's too much, is what it is.
32.
Tallulah would chime in, say items like that, holy water and other things do not do anything to vampires. Pentapedal does a little bit. It's more annoying than harmful, but it's discouraging. It's like nails on a chalkboard kind of thing. It's like in modern it's like garlic. So like if it's ingested, you know, it might hurt a weaker vampire, but Viktor, it probably wouldn't hurt him at all.
Hey, if even we can annoy the bastard, I'm good with that. I'm totally fine with that.
He
Some
may not be our only
syringes.
concern, though. He may
This
have
is-
other guards
You
as
go ahead.
well.
Oh,
Do we know
yeah.
what else awaits us in that castle besides him?
Well, right now I'm thinking more for the material fights than before we get to the plane of darkness. But yeah, either way, he's definitely not gonna come alone.
Who is currently under his command?
Who is currently under his command? Well, first off, my nephew Ian is under his command.
He controls a whole Lycan army.
He
Like-
does, but it's not as profound as we once thought it was.
I still believe we can turn them against him somehow. If we can somehow break their spell or break his hold
Shy?
on them.
Shy of that, silver may be a good option. Just in
Uh,
case.
Yes.
Yes, most definitely. Do we know of any other vampire besides Ian that's on top of his ranks? We've already
We stare at Tallulah.
I mean, there are other ones, but none that the DM has named. No, none that are near. Like right now, with Rosalind gone, Ian is his lieutenant. That's it. Like that's his right hand man at the moment. They were trying to get your niece to do other things, but so there are other lieutenants, but there's nobody that's noteworthy.
I see.
He's Ian. He's someone you know.
Sadly, yes. Ian is family.
Do you think there's any chance of saving him?
I do.
Save family again.
Family.
Didn't happen. Okay.
I think it may be a bit. Even though I think he can be saved, I feel like there is a slimmer chance than what I originally thought. He put other people in danger, very close people to him in danger. So I'm going to try to reach him, but I'm not.
He's very deep in teen angst
Yes, he
and
is.
guilt.
The ennui.
Saiyan gently puts a hand on Janobi's shoulder. I believe
Soldier?
that on his soldier, yes.
That's perverted.
I believe there is no one who is truly impossible to save. If there is any way we can do it, I swear we will.
What I like really look at Saiyan. What color are his eyes?
His eyes are blue. Kind of this very warm and friendly blue. Which I realize that
Getting lost
saying
in
warm
his
blue
eyes.
is kind of counterintuitive, but you get what
There's a
I'm saying.
warm blue. We're all artists here.
And dumb question: are the whites of his eyes white or black or like the sclera? I guess.
It's definitely, there's a lot more blue than anything else. You don't really see a lot of white. It's basically mostly like blue and pupil.
I see. Gotcha. As I intently look at him, I say, "Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. I appreciate that. It's good to have trustworthy people on our side."
Saiyan smiles at this gently.
So, all right. So, Denahi and Tallulah, we talked about my magics. We talked about Cerise. Talk. Do you have? I forget. Do any of your axes do divine damage?
Divine? No.
No.
I don't think so. What does that mean?
Like holy, radiant.
Radiant?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
I fight the undead and dragons.
I
Excellent.
can protect from evil and good.
As can I.
Good to have. I can. Go ahead, Cerise.
I have a spell that I just learned that can prevent Victor from looking into one of our minds and also prevent him doing any psychic damage.
Ooh.
And I think maybe apply it to 2 people because it lasts for 24 hours. It would take up 2 8th level spell slots, but I think that would be worth it.
Wow. That
It could be worthwhile.
definitely. Every time I see Victor, he's always freaking stabbing a needle into my brain. So yeah, that would.
And we might even be able to scry on him ahead of time if we cast this on him.
No, don't say that.
Talk.
What happened last
I
time
feel
was
I remember hearing that there was some conflict around this notion.
there was. And it was
This one
because
likes to scry.
yes, and when he scried, Victor was able to look into his mind, but this would prevent Victor from being able to do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
That magic, your magic would, but also I could scry on him in the Valari, the city of Valari, because the whole city is protected from him, as Athora once told us.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't
that,
buy it.
depending on where we are, that is an option, and maybe we can also save you that magic as well. But very good to know.
You know, that spell is way more powerful than what you just said, by the way.
That was a very abridged description.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You can't sense emotions, you can't read thoughts, you can't have any divination spells, and you cannot be charmed.
Yes.
Mm.
And you can, even a wish cannot negate it.
Which spell?
Mind blank. It's an 8th level abjuration.
Right, an 8.
Wow.
It's really good spell.
That is really, really good. So, I look to the team. Which of the two would that mostly benefit here?
Meta for that, real quick. Sorry, would you use an 8th and a 9th level to do that?
So I'm imagining we could cast it before bed, and then long rest, and then cast it a second time, because it's 24 hours.
Got it.
It's a really good spell.
Yeah.
And potentially
Speaking
you
of,
could
we might
you
need
could
to
do a
rest.
9th level spell slot.
Yes, that's true. I guess if I do it before bed,
So
I
then
can
you
cast
could do 4
3
times.
Yeah, well, so I also have a very, very good 9th level spell, which is called Foresight. You touch a willing creature and bestow a limited ability to see into the immediate future for the duration. The target cannot be surprised. Has advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Additionally, other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target for the duration. And that lasts for 8 hours.
I'm sorry, you just learned this?
Yeah, wow.
I mean, when you're in a stressful situation, it causes inspiration, yes?
I Slash will learn it tonight. You know, I'm just a little fuzzy how these things work, but...
Yeah, that one's a minute, too, so...
Speaking of tonight, we should probably rest.
Yes, I concur.
Good enough.
We probably should, but I would really like to finish this discussion right now while we're relaxing.
Perhaps the dripping blood did
so
not
hard
keep
to
you in.
remove myself from these
I mean,
battles,
we're kind of doing a short rest right now.
Yes.
I can't believe I spent my whole life not doing these.
I know, right? This is my...
Oh.
I just did this, like, the last time we were here. It's so nice.
Talk if you want to go and bed down, we'll fill you in tomorrow on everything that we discuss.
Good night!
Wait, I look around this pool and do I see anyone being rowdy or pervy or annoying?
I mean, other than Styx, no.
Hello?
Damn it.
I also have some gifts that I could give out. They're not 24 hours, so I would have to give them out on the day of, but I can make you move faster. I can also make it so you can't be grappled. It's kind of the gift of the wind. You can't be held down. What else can I give? I can also, on top of making you move faster, this is gonna sound ridiculous, I know, but follow me. I can give you the leap of a grasshopper, and that could further your movement. You could run as far as you can, then have a massive jump to get to your target. That could also do great, because we don't know if things are probably going to be flying, actually. So if for us who cannot port or fly, high jumping is the next best thing.
And on a similar note, we were in a bit of a hurry to get going last time, but tomorrow morning before we leave, I suggest you allow me a few minutes of your time. You may find that your vitality might increase ever so slightly.
Oh, noted. I'll be sure to let you have that time.
Every now and then I can say something inspirational, you know.
All right, let's see. What else can I give? I
To
think
Lula, I know that druids or two blood can give vampires benefits.
Yes.
Do you get benefits from that?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Victor,
Were you asking her to drink my blood? Is that what you were asking, Cerise?
I also have blood that's valuable to vampires. I wasn't gonna volunteer you.
Okay, I was just
all these
I was just
bloods. I
checking.
mean, it's silly.
I don't. Look, we've
I
just
would
stood
pay to
here with
watch
every
that.
asset that we have.
We
You're
should
not
just try it
wrong.
out.
I don't
No!
understand the volunteering of blood. Oi. It
Yeah.
stays inside body.
It's rough stuff.
I mean, clearly that's not true. And she looks around.
Wow.
Yes, but
Um,
usually it's not volunteered in such a way.
No, I mean Viktor tried to do that with the other lieutenants, and they seem to have some sort of enhancements. I did not. He, however, became immune to certain things,
Specifically from Druid.
or other creatures of the Fae, like the O2.
That's why he has my entire family. And people. God, I don't even know how many of us are left after the second attack.
Cerise, I do know that out of all of us, Victor hates Tallulah and I the most. Me for taking his key to power his beacon, my niece, and for getting us all into his domain unnoticed. And of course, he hates Tallulah for taking him back to his sister. So I think we might be his main focus. I'm not asking for you to give us those abilities that you mentioned earlier, but that is something that I do want to mention. I'm trying to prepare myself for that. I don't know if he will bypass you, if he will just ignore you all and come straight for me into Lula, or if he will fight through you to get to us, or what have you. But I do want to throw that out. We are not liked. He literally stood at the door of our home for days, waiting for me to come back to get my elemental army.
He will not come for
stared at
any
me.
of you if I have anything to say about it.
Same here.
This is the briefest moment that you see a twinge of unkindness in his eyes.
Oh. I kind
The
of
thing-
just.
Oh my!
The- It's just that I am very happily not on his radar now, but I'm sure I will be by the end of the fight. And I just don't know.
I think we're all kidding ourselves if we're not all on his radar. We're the only thorn in his side right now. We're slowing him down all the time.
It feels good when you say it like that. I love causing trouble. Oh, I did. Anyway.
We're the only ones, I think, who can stop him right now. And he knows that.
Which is all the more reason why we must.
It's just that he has my family in the Shadow Ward, and when we kill him, we're going to send him straight to my family.
That does complicate things.
Perhaps we should have somebody waiting for him.
Talk, I thought you were going to bed.
Oh, sorry.
He walks back in with an ale.
That checks out.
I should be waiting for them.
What, and you're not sharing?
You hear people screaming and running down the street because he forgot to put his clothes back on.
Sorry.
Come back, join our conversation.
Cerise, that you just reminded me
Yeah.
when you said that we know we have a very rough idea that your family is in the Shadow Ward. We know that they are around possibly anti-magic fields that
They
won't
have a
let them
collar.
force- They have a collar, yes.
Collar?
And
They're all wearing collars that suppress their magic. And possibly have other effects. They all seem very confused about where they are and how long they've been there. It seems like they're terrified. And when I tried to
You?
summon them, you were there when I tried to pull them through the gate.
Yes.
My grandmother didn't come through, and then my sister tried. Was that Victor interfering as like the planar ruler, or was that?
You don't know.
I don't know. I mean, possibly. I don't know how much power he has. I mean, when he's not in the Shadow Ward, I don't know how much power he has over it, but possibly.
Would it be possible to get them away from there? Do we even know where there is?
Right. Sorry, I got sidetracked. The reason I think I can find a way to locate them in the Shadow Ward, and I think I can find a way to get them out. I think. So it's an ability that I haven't used since Torp got sucked into an interdimensional portal, and I had to search through like billions of dimensions to find him, but I think I can do the same for your family. I think I'm able to speak to a divine being, whether it's the being or a helper of them, and get particular answers that I would not be able to get otherwise. I think I can try.
I'll take anything you can offer.
Okay.
I mean, we have some time still here. We also need to deal with the whole evacuee situation.
We do. That will definitely happen once we get back. I actually didn't tell you guys this before, but I did speak with my mother, and yesterday I think, in like the water ward. I think time is weird. We've been moving a lot, and yeah, I spoke to my mother and I spoke to Giselle. They both are going to talk to Max about evacuating the city and if he's okay with that, and some other things I told them about, ideas that I've had for getting people out and kind of maybe setting up boundaries against Victor's armies, and I said that it's a very rough idea that we're going to lure him away to another area so that his armies will be weaker. I kind of gave her the whole spiel. So
Okay.
they know that, and they're working on that right now. So they have a heads up at least.
I had a thought. I want to cast a gate on the ship to see if we can get it big enough to bring people through, but we don't just have to evacuate people to Valari. I mean, we could evacuate them to different planes. We could evacuate them here. They've been taking refugees anyway, especially if people who could fight but were injured in the last attack. We could give them time to heal.
These collars, do they have any effect outside of where they're being kept?
For my family,
Yes.
We don't know, I don't think.
I just got told that they were wearing a collar and that was suppressing their magic, and that's why they couldn't plane shift out of where they were being held.
We'd want to be sure that no harm would come to them just by being transferred.
Oh, I have moved on and I'm talking about the citizens of Tydian right now, actually. Sorry.
Forgive me. Forgive me.
That was, but thank you for clarifying. There's so many responsibilities.
Yes, no, I'm sorry.
Tell me
just-
about it. Oh, I missed the
Family is something I have lived for a long time without. I would hate for any of you to have to go through that as well.
To be fair, I've lived without them for most of my life, but now that I know they're actually alive, it's
hope. That's what it is.
Yes.
it's terrifying.
I know. I relate to that. All right. So, another thing that I definitely need to mention is I have another gift that I could give. I think it only lasts for 10 minutes or a minute. I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever used it before, but I do have the knowledge. I can protect one or two. I'm not sure. I can protect one of us from certain certain energies, fire, ice, acid, lightning, on and on,
Good.
elements and other things. I can give you resistance to all of that. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be facing. We'll get a better idea of that sooner to the point, but I do have a way of giving resistance to that as well. On to the next point, and unless anyone has anything to add to our last conversation. Sounds like we don't. Next point: evacuation of EDAC.
Dix, knock it off.
Not EDAC. Tydian. So if we get the go-ahead from King Max, we have my plane shift. We have Denahi's plane shift and her staff. We have Cerise can use the gates, and Cerise, you also have the power alone to teleport. And hopefully, doing that on the ship will amplify it so that we can bamf the whole ship to where we wish to be. I think we can do that. Do two trips in a day, and I think when we get back, roughly we'll have 2 days before the big situation will occur. So that is up to 4 trips. We do know that the belly of the ship can hold around 600 people, and then more on the deck. However, many that may be. I don't know.
You would also know, because you know the functionality of gate spell, that wouldn't work with the ship. Just because the gate spell only works for one creature, to have them go through a gate. Not a thing.
Cerise, would you be able to open a portal with the gate queue? Or
Right, that's how we just walked in, isn't it? You can either open up a gate for a minute to a specific location, or you can summon someone.
Oh yeah.
It's the thing is, like, normally the spell would be like, it would be too small to move something that big through. That's why I was like, if I cast it on the ship,
you could try.
Yeah, I understand if it doesn't work. It's enough. It's an experiment.
I won't understand. I'm gonna argue about it if it doesn't work. No. All right, so we have
Jadobi and Cerise. You guys can make a nature or history check too, as you are having this specific conversation.
Here we go.
Oh, that's good.
Mine was not.
Dork, don't fall asleep in the bath. He's
31.
not good for your kid.
31. Jesus, Jadobi.
I got a 14 nature.
Or history. Is your history better? Or is your nature better?
For me?
No,
It's
Jadobi.
the same.
I believe my nature is better. I rolled
So-
a 4.
Jadobi, it doesn't really click on you, but Cerise, it does click with you. The Mother Ukodor tree in the Fey Ward. And you know of other trees of the nature, and you would know, especially with how old you are, that they've done it at least twice in your lifetime, where it's not necessarily in this dire of situations, but that's how they kind of move great bodies of people from one plane to another, is through these trees. That you have a vague idea of some of the locations of these trees. There is one on your island, for example.
Yes. Wait. I have an idea.
Yeah.
There's I remember one time Fusina was working with people in other planes to open up to use it was like the pass through trees spell, but it lasted for like hours. And she was working with other spellcasters. We should.
As she says that, Jadobi, that would ring a bell. You've never seen it in person, but you've read about it. Where it takes several spellcasters to keep the gate open, and you can essentially funnel good amounts of people through that portal. If everyone, makes their checks and is able to concentrate and hold it up.
As I think about that, do I know if that is interdimensional or if we have to stay on the same plane for that to work?
It works just like the tree that you walk through in the Fey Ward. So the Mother Ukodor tree, essentially it's a plane shifting transfer via plants on a larger scale.
Gotcha.
Best way to put it.
And as I keep thinking about that, how do I feel like I can... How many people do I think I would need to do that? To hold the tree open?
Maybe 6 to 10 spellcasters of your strength and ability or higher would need to maintain it for several hours. We can sit and do math, but if you funneled let me just think about this for a second. If you try to funnel several thousand, because again, there was probably 80,000 people still remaining in Tydian. If you wanted to funnel 10,000 of those people into several different directions, it could be like 2 or 3 hours each, and it would, at the end of that, you would be exhausted. So you would need a long rest to recover, or you'd have 1 point of exhaustion, technically. So, yeah, you could do several of them. And with you, both of you having these conversations, you know there's one in the Fae, you know there's one in the Earth Ward, you know there's one in Tydian, there's one in Edac, which I don't know if that's relevant or not, and there's one in your island that you are aware of. There might, I need to check, there might even be one in the Air Ward, I can't remember.
And you said that I would need 5 other casters of my caliber?
Yeah, I mean, Saiyan is a caster, so there's 4 of you here that are casters, specifically. Tallulah could, but it would be at disadvantage.
Denahi?
Well, that's why I said there's 4 of you. So
Oh, yeah.
Torque and Tallulah wouldn't really benefit from this, but they could potentially help expedite it. So I would have checks for them to help usher people from one point to the other point. But yeah, you would need at least 5 more. Again, the DC lowers the more people that you have.
So, all I need are spellcasters. Period. Like Saiyan only can cast like 4th level spells or something. So it's fine for him. Like I don't need someone who can cast like 8th level spells.
No, it does. The level of spells, it matters with them being an actual spellcaster. So, your mom is a spellcaster.
Your mom.
Leroy is a spellcaster. You know, Styx is technically a spellcaster. So there's other people that you know that could do it, and in theory, those people also don't all have to be on the same plane. So, for example,
really,
so if you're sending people to the Fae, you can find people in the Fae that would help open the gate from both sides. Earth Ward, Air Ward, your home. Your home would probably be the hardest because there's nobody there, so you would need more people to do that. But in theory, that's one. It's Fae, Earth, Air, and your home. So there's 4 locations. That'd be about 12 hours. And you'd be toast.
I relay this to the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so off the top of my head, so Saiyan, I've seen your prowess with magic. I definitely think you can help me with that. Denahi, of course, you're at the top of the list. I've never seen really a stronger caster besides you. I'm glad to have you. We have Leroy.
Definitely glad she's on our side.
Yeah. We have Leroy.
Yes, thank you.
We have Mother. We have Pacina. We have Satina. We have the Warden of the Air Ward. Depending on, if we need to reach that far, that is. We also have Unos, the green druid dragon. Let me write his name down. Unos.
Remind me who the Air Ward one was? I got it. Nope, that's
I'll go
Fae.
back in my notes. Don't even worry about it. We'll just call her the druid for the warden of the Air Ward for now.
No, that's gonna bother me. Fuck off.
Person we just
Is this a
met?
name I would recognize?
No, the Air Ward. I honestly don't remember. That's why I'm looking it up. Matara, duh. So you have Matara and Unos, the dragon, in the Air Ward.
Right, Matera.
So
we have the Kato.
no, the Water Ward is not part of this.
Oh, there's no tree there.
There's no tree there, but I mean, you could try to bring him there, but whether or not he would leave, that's something for you to figure out. The Fae and the material. Your lady, Giselle.
Ah!
And this is Tallulah talking with you, not the DM. I'm trying to remember too.
Okay. All right.
I
So
mean-
we have a very vast list. So I think we're going to be set. We just have to talk to those people.
Okay.
All right. So airship porting, tree porting. So we have a great deal of options to transport people. I think the next big thing is now to where do we want to? I think we decided that we want to handle Victor at the Verdant Plateau, so it's easier for us to dip into the portal.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess
Get
the
my
next.
senders out of harm's way.
Yes.
That you would figure it out.
So, where on the Cerise, do you have any recollection of possibly fields or forest or anything on the Verdant Plateau? I know it's been a long time since you've been, but where could
Yeah.
possibly fight him?
Do
Maybe
I have...
holy ground? Is there also holy ground? If you remember that as well, anything?
What do I remember, GM?
History check.
From it's 90 years ago. That's a good history check. That is 29.
29. Yes, there's a body of water that you remember. I'm trying to find Butterknife's map that he drew. Because the Verdant Plateau was a Kickstarter reward creation, which was super fun. I'll have to find it. But yeah, there's a body of water that you vaguely remember that you could...
Good. That would...
That you remember that you could plane shift to.
Okay. There's one place I remember that it's like a big lake. I don't know if it would have any particular like properties that would be helpful to fight Victor, aside from just, it's a place that can get us to.
You said it's a lake?
Like a big lake. Yeah?
A big lake. So what's around the lake? Like forest or grasslands?
It's an excellent question.
Because we can't necessarily fight him in the water. I don't think that would be the best.
No,
thing for us to do.
there's forests and hills and mountains. There's plenty of locations you could lure him in once you get there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a start. That's good to know. I'm sorry. Did you already say if there was holy ground there? Did you already say? I'm sorry.
Not that
I know of.
Gotcha. Thank
Which
you.
reminds me, I do want to cast legend lore. We need to find a whole bunch of ivory and incense, but we can try and get more information that way.
Okay. Well, this was where the place where we got it all before, so I think it'll probably be easier for us to get it again. I actually need to find. I don't even know what I need to find. I need to get those answers to speak to that great being. I have to have a couple of offerings, and I need to think of what to offer.
You watch as Nyx lowers into the mud.
Nyx, how'd you get here?
Sticks.
Oh, sticks.
He's like,
water people?
Proper reaction.
Did you follow us through the fireward and here?
Okay, all right. So there's
So many friends.
once we find a ground to lure him to, I am able to kind of manipulate the ground to kind of make a trap for him. And also I can grow Pensapetal as well. Maybe light him up so I can smoke it. That may help. Or it
You
could
seem to have
also,
this thing with inhaling things. I don't understand.
it sounds like it would really annoy him. So maybe it'll give him a concussion. I don't know.
gosh.
We'll try it. So any other ideas for traps to possibly trap him?
Whoever I don't... I think we could try and mess with him psychologically, because I think we have some information that he might not know, that Rosalind was trying to betray him, right? That's what you said to Lula. that when by sacrificing Ina when we killed her, that was going against his plan. She was planning on backstabbing him.
That's right. I do remember that. We never did figure out what. Maybe okay. Slow down, Jadobi. Slow down. I was going to ask you, Cerise, if you could legend lore maybe what she was trying to do, but I feel like that's probably unimportant, so I'll hold it to myself.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I suppose depending on what it is.
It may help us.
Hot damn.
Hot damn.
So,
I found
that's a
it.
thought.
All right.
All right.
So what were your questions
Is there a cold dam?
Oh,
about the Verdant Plateau?
we were talking about Rosalind and her sacrificing Ina and how this is probably news to Viktor, and this was
Got it.
a betrayal. Might mess with his head if he's like, for example, trying to invade your mind and you don't have the mind blank spell. Might be something to think about really, really hard.
Yeah. Like fuck you. You also still have secrets. Good idea. Good idea.
So
Exactly.
there was let's see. There is the body of water I was referring to is called the Central Sea, and there is a river that goes towards the Sun Watcher's Peak, and the Sun Watcher's Peak is where that rift is. It's in the bottom right corner of this triangle-shaped location. The floating island is a triangle-shaped thing. You pass the what is known as like the First Kingdom. That's where the essentially Warwick and the first werewolves were created. Was in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So it's roughly a half day's to a day's journey from where you remember the location to those mountains where the rift is. But there's plenty of open plains, and essentially it's like it's open plains, so there are some trees, but there's a lot of boulders and other things that you could hide, and what you were all talking about. So there's obstructions in the area.
Being around boulders is actually very good. Actually, I have things for that. Thank you, Cerise. Thanks for that knowledge.
It was all from me.
All from you.
You know, that moment when you do a system restore and can't find an item, and you have to dig for the root of it.
Denahi saying ideas for traps. Help me. So just so, to let you know that he can fly. I mean, we may be able to ground him. I don't know, but he can fly, and I've seen him turn into like black shards of energy. He's very quick. He can move in a blink of an eye. He's probably gonna have a posse with him. He won't be alone. I definitely I feel that he is going to probably use his elite team, his forces that he brings with him, to try to keep you guys away from Tumla and I. I feel like he will try to distract you. Or distract all of us to not hit him when he should be the main target.
I just predict a lot of AoE kind of.
Yes.
I
A
think
lot of
he's
AoEs.
prepared for war, so.
I love AoEs. That's what the cool kids call spells that hit everything, right? AoEs.
Yes.
And once more, even with these AoEs, I mean, I have ways to protect you all, but there's only so much I can do.
Right. It's about timing and killing him quickly.
Yes.
If he's weak to radiance, then holy water may be a worthy investment as well.
Well,
think he said-
that check that you did before, items and holy water doesn't work on him.
Holy water does radiant damage, though.
Yeah, but holy water specifically doesn't do anything to him.
So he is
But-
specifically immune to it.
Correct. He is.
Denahi, is there any way? I've heard of this being done with other people. I've never been able to do it. but I feel like with your prowess, you may have a greater hold on arcane natures. Is there a way that you can cast your AoEs so it doesn't hurt us? Like we could be in the effect area, but it could pass over us. Can you do that?
There is a way, but I don't have that ability.
Let's see. Okay.
Maybe
worth an
someone
ask.
does. If you can find another sorcerer. I think only sorcerers have that ability.
Guess you have to be pretty
Would I-
careful with that, right?
Yeah, I didn't pick that one. Sorry.
DM, would I have known from that check that he classifies as undead?
Yes, he is undead. Yeah, he's about as undead.
He is undead.
He's like a king of liches, if you want to put it in perspective.
I don't know if he's too powerful for this, but I do have the means to banish undead to another plane. But I don't think that will help in this situation, since the Shadow Ward is his home plane, is it not?
Well,
Well,
we're gonna fight him in the material plane first.
yeah.
We can surely banish parts of his army.
Hmm.
I feel like banishing, well, that's really up to you, Sam. That sounds like a very strong endeavor, and I just don't want it to be. I don't want you to feel like you have to waste it on something as
Yes.
small as an underling of his.
Yes, that is the issue. I only get one shot at this, and I don't know if it is strong enough for him.
Banishing smite.
I wasn't even thinking that one. I was thinking dispel evil, but banishing smite could be a possibility as well. That's true.
Mhm.
However, that
Alright.
would send him back to his home plane, and that probably wouldn't be good. Then he'd recharge and
Right.
come back.
Which seems counterintuitive, counterproductive at this point.
He's like, "Oh, thanks for the heal." Come back. Whack.
Right. It's like, oh, damn it. Oh, excuse me. Forgive.
It's quite all right. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, I think
I'm sorry.
saying that about a lich is appropriate.
Yes, that's probably true.
Vampire.
Okay, so we have ideas for traps and to kind of getting a lay of the land. We have an idea of how to lure him to us and how to maybe break him down mentally. I feel like he can do that better than we can. We have people that we care for, but it's worth a shot, definitely.
We need to figure out what happened at the battle that we sent Granasso to.
We do need to figure out what happened there, because we
I mean-
literally sent him to send out his armies.
Yeah, and then Athora decided to join in the fun. So I have no idea what's happening in Edak. I assume it's bad.
I assume it's bad, but good for us. That's what I'm thinking.
Hopefully so.
But so we need to figure out how to get Warwick on our side. It seems like he's the key to a lot of things.
I could conference ring him again.
I mean, I think we should.
He's the werewolf, right?
Yes.
Yes, he's
Well,
like alpha wolf.
Well, last we spoke to him, he said the only way to break his curse was to kill him.
Right. But
there
we
has
might-
to be another way.
Well, we might even be able to convince him not to like fight Victor, but just to ignore orders to fight us.
Yeah, Facina did tell. I think it was
Would he be able
Facina.
to overpower
Go ahead.
that
I'm sorry.
urge?
What, Sam?
Would he be able to fight Victor's hold over him?
The thing is,
They
we
haven't
don't-
been able to for hundreds of years. I don't think they can suddenly change that ability
Yeah,
now.
the specifics of it is Warwick and the other werewolves. The other werewolves take orders from Warwick, and Warwick cannot give an order or do anything of free will to harm Victor and anything that encompasses Victor. In theory, depending on if he makes his checks, he could not abide by a rule or law that Victor puts forth, like killing all of you. But that is definitely on his side of the spectrum.
Is this an enchantment, or is this just something he does willfully?
It's a super deep, complex 50th level curse. So you cannot
So he's
dispel
on
it.
the spectrum.
I like how he's at 50th level, so no one can break it.
It's like thinking, how many different ways can I break an enchantment? No, you can't do it. Oh, okay, fine, all right.
But it was because you guys did a lot of lore stuff back then. So it was Victor has to die to break the curse. So when Victor dies in the material plane, Warwick and the other werewolves go back to the Verdant Plateau, where Viktor used to keep his sister alive and these guys in his control. But with his sister gone, he'll have more energy to keep someone else alive, or all the energy focused on the werewolves through the interplanar rift. So he kind of keeps them on a leash until he comes back to life in 500 years, then comes back.
I don't want to kill anyone unnecessarily, but I still say if they may be a potential foe, investment in silver would be a good thing.
Saiyan, I'm sure you've heard of the Order, the Descendant. Have you heard of them?
Would I have heard of them, DM?
Were the Ascendants, not Descendants?
Oh, I thought it was Descendant, but it may be Ascendant.
Yeah, because the logo on the armor that you have of his is the A with the hook on it. The Ascendants. You can do a history check if you want. Cerise would probably know this as well.
History.
I think we established I did because I.
Oh yeah, we both do.
Well, I did the
History would
legend
be a
lore.
13 for me.
13. The Ascendants was an ancient group that worked in tandem with the Cerium Order and the Guardians of Light, Bringers of Light.
It wasn't bringers because we're the bringers.
I can't
Something
remember.
of light.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Moving on. They worked in tandem. So the other group,
Alliance of Light.
Alliance of Light, were the spellcasters. The Ascendants were the warriors, the fighters. The army was the Ascendants of Light. So there was much more of them, and then the Alliance of Light were like the ringleaders of that. They were the Gandalfs that came out and helped, vanquish the
You
evil.
said this was an
Yeah.
ancient order?
Yes.
So they're not still in existence.
They are. They're werewolves.
Oh.
It's the same. It's the same people this entire time.
Yeah, he's kept them alive for 1,000
Millennia?
plus years. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
it's been a hot minute.
Oh.
Because there's
Well,
been.
Jidobi,
Three cycles?
Jidobi killed his son and then brought him back and talked to him, and it was really weird and awkward.
Someone else killed his son, and
That's true.
Denahi brought him back to speak with him, and I just let him burn after we got the answers.
So if I
We did not know it was the sun.
We didn't know. We had no idea.
And would that have changed things, really?
so if I'm understanding correctly, there's even more at stake.
Yeah, I feel like if we show him, he already does not want to be under Victor's rule, but I feel if we show him his armor that me and Cerise still have. Oh.
Sorry.
Me and Cerise
We're
still
overpowered
have,
by the adorbs.
Yeah.
that it would strengthen his want to help us.
So, Saiyan, you would also have this.
Yes.
Yeah, you would also have the other information. So, because this would have been part of the pact with Athora, is Viktor was created by Jocelyn the White, who was an angel who was banished from whatever to the material plane. She got deep into darkness. She created the first vampire, which was Viktor. She became, then a long time ago after that, the Alliance of Light and the Ascendants banished her to somewhere else. He was pissed. He eventually killed him. She became Riha, the goddess of darkness. Big deal. Then he did his whole thing, right? And that's been recycled. So every time that Viktor dies in the material plane, he goes back to his castle in the Shadow Ward. If he's not killed there, he will recoup over 500 years and then come back to the material plane to try to bring Riha back. That is what he's trying to do. He has 4 beacons of the 5 beacons up. Tydian is the last beacon to get up. Once that goes up, in theory, the portal is opened and she comes to wreak havoc. So you would know most of that information. You would know, because she also created the megachromatic dragons, which are the dragons that are like multiple dragons into one. Granasso was a megachromatic. Granasso was the one that damn near killed Athora, and she's the one. That's the one who these guys told when they met her, and she flew to Edak to go fight him. So those 2 dragons are doing a dragon fight right now.
And he can kiss our ass.
Yeah. Lore dump.
Oh,
Whoever had that ding, that was perfect timing. But on
Sans head spontaneously combusts.
On that note, as you all are having this conversation, we can go ahead and take a quick break. We're gonna do a shirt giveaway because I think Torque was wanting to do that.
right.
Let's see if this works. Wait for it. Does it work? There it goes.
Wear it on your chest.
You must be a follower to win the giveaway. If you are a subscriber, you get 2 tickets instead of 1. Exclamation point
tickets,
raffle to enter in the giveaway. We'll be right back. See you guys soon.
Max on.
welcome back. Congratulations, DM Screening, for winning yourself a Torque shirt.
Hey!
Yeah, you did it. You were the only one asking for one, so you did it.
I entered the giveaway too, but he still won. So, where we
can
left
only hoard
off,
so much.
you all were continuing and finishing your conversation, I believe, about some of the basic underlinings of the plan, potentially going back to Tydian to implement some of these things. Still in the mud pool. Were you all staying in the mud pool? Were you going to go meet up with Torque in the tavern? What were your plans?
We should probably reconnect with Torque at this point.
I
As
should
lovely
sleep.
as this is, I think that my toes are wrinkling, and I'm not quite sure
Yeah.
how.
I mean, the only other thing I'd consider doing before we go to sleep is if we want to try calling someone on the Ring of Calling to maximize those uses, but yeah, I don't.
Good job for Jadobi.
It does. Maybe I could call Facina.
Sure.
We'll call anything. We'll call anyone you think.
Jadobi pulls out the ring, and
I don't want Sticks around though. Are we away from Sticks? Because I don't want him
That's
to be
true.
around.
Let's say we went back to I mean, we're not do it from the mud bath, but do it from a room in the tavern.
sure.
Okay.
You meet back up with Torque, and you get to your rooms in the inn. You pull out the Ring of Sending, get ready to make your fantasy conference call, thinking about Facina.
Facina, Cerise, are you there?
Yes, child. Is everything okay?
Things are pretty well right now. We're preparing for fighting Viktor. And we were wondering if you could help us evacuate people from Tydian using that mass what is it? Pass through trees?
Oh, you talking about Mother Ukodor's tree?
Yes.
Yes, we haven't done that in ages. That is a brilliant idea.
Thank you. Jadobi and I came up with it together.
So you're trying to evacuate Tydian and send some refugees to the Fae?
If you think that we unearthed the city of Valari.
I heard
and
about that. Yes.
we're going to send some people there. If you think some people can go to the Fae safely, that might be very helpful.
Just I will get all the casters that I can. Let me know when you are ready, and we'll help open the portal.
All right, that sounds great. By the way, do you know how many Orchu are still in the Fae?
I'm not sure.
Have you seen any?
Yes, maybe? Question mark. I don't think they all were taken.
Okay.
I don't think we ever ironed that out.
We never said.
Yeah, I mean, I would say a good portion of them he did get, and unfortunately, some of those were your family. But yeah, there's probably a good amount still alive under our protection.
Okay. I mean, so I think we'd from the first attack, just given the curse on the lands, there were a few hundred of us left, so I don't know how many he ended up stealing. Yeah. Okay.
So, just so I'm understanding, you're going to let me know when you are ready, and we open
Yes.
the portal, and you funnel in as many people as you can.
Right.
Okay.
Is there a different way we can let you know outside of this ring? We might be doing multiple planes. I don't know if there's a quick signal we could send.
I mean, once the portal opens, I think I'll get the idea. So if you're planning on doing this soon, we'll have someone post watch, and when the portal opens, we'll jump on it and help.
Okay, yeah. We will be doing this soon, definitely.
Looking to do this in the air and earth ward as well?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I will let Satina and Matara know.
Okay. We're in the Earth Ward right now, so we might also be able to let Satina know. But yeah, if you want to coordinate, that would be great.
Yes, of course. We'll stand by for your signal.
All right. Everything fares well with you?
As well as it can be, yes.
All right. I don't have anything else.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I love you.
You too.
And then disconnect. She still didn't say it, but that was pretty close.
That was really close.
That was really
really
close.
close. I think she's growing. All right, who's person number 2?
Are there more uses? I thought you said you used it this morning.
Perhaps you're right. We'll try again tomorrow. We'll try again tomorrow.
All right. Long rest time.
Long rest. Easy enough.
Ew.
You all find your beds, your nooks, crannies, wherever you will rest.
All the granny.
This is the first long rest you've had not underwater, so it's nice. Go ahead and give yourselves all the effects of a long rest. I'll do Tallulah's right now.
I'm gonna talk out to the sleeping Torque. Torque, you know, I kind of miss the floaty feeling. All right, you're sleeping.
Turk has already woken up and gone down to the bar.
DM, would it be at all possible for me to do something in my room before taking the long rest?
Sure.
So, as everyone goes off to their rooms to rest, Saiyan takes a little bit of time.
Fire alarm.
Yes, indeed. Saiyan takes a little bit of time to himself and finds something that he can use as a basin in the room and opens a flask, pours some water in it. He takes a little bit of powdered silver out of his pouch, puts it into the basin, and sits down and concentrates on it for about an hour or so and creates some holy water. And after doing so, he lights a little bit of incense and then prays really hard and attempts to commune with the Thora.
Okay.
Are we in the same room with him?
No, I would say he'd have a different room. You guys already had like your room. Okay. Anybody
Does he
else?
reach to Thora?
Are you actually trying to talk to her?
He is trying to talk with her.
Okay.
He's trying to cast commune.
What do you say?
Thora, are you there?
Yes. Have you protected the Lightbringers, Saiyan?
I have done as you charged. I have done everything in my power to keep them safe. But
I
a
feel
difficult challenge is ahead of us.
Yes.
It seems that a few among them have family that are at risk.
As we all do.
I want to know if there's any hope of saving them.
Stay true to the task. When Viktor is destroyed, the light will shine upon those families in need.
The brother of the druid, can he be saved?
The nephew, I do not know.
Nephew, excuse me.
That is beyond my sight.
Is there no guidance you can give me?
Stay true to your gut. Trust these friends as they shall or should trust you as well. The light will shine. The light is darkest before the dawn. Stay true. for your teachings.
Thank you. And he whispers very quietly, "Thank you, my love."
You hear her, as you're saying that, she says, she says, "Be safe." And after she says, "Be safe," you hear her kind of roar, and it's the sound of fire comes out of, like, you hear the sound of fire, and then it cuts out.
Does that sound like she's like engaged with something, or?
That's what it sounds like.
Athora!
Wow, that was a lot.
And none of us know it.
No?
Long rest.
I like that long rest, yes.
Okay. Anybody? Yeah. So everybody else, you're able to get a really good night's sleep. What feels like morning. Torque got an early rest and up early. Already up and at 'em in the tavern below. You all wake up, gather your things, head down to meet him to begin this next stage of this journey. What would you all like to do?
Well, before I come down, I recast my contingency regenerate on myself because that is too valuable not to have.
Before you even come downstairs, we don't know what's going to happen downstairs. You want to be ready.
Bar fight!
Hey, I remember when
Be prepared
I
for the
like,
impending bar fights.
there have been so many times that I have done something seemingly benign, like cast a spell touching Rosari Crystal, or that time I Misty stepped into what looked like a safe area and
You almost died. Yeah. Fair.
Jadobi, let me think about this. I always get fuzzy with certain spells. You feel the same tingly hair on the back of your neck kind of sticking up that someone is trying to speak to you. Do you allow it, or do you want to make a save?
Who's around me?
You would. Torque is already downstairs. Just you.
I allow it.
Okay. You hear a very frightened and frantic mother speaking to you in the voice.
Come on.
Jadobi, where are you? Where have you been?
I'm in the Earth World. What's wrong? What's wrong?
Viktor has done something. The moon cycled one extra time.
What?
We have like 15 hours before the full moon.
You're kidding.
No, I
Is
am
she
not.
lying? Is this my mother? Who is this?
New number. Who did? Inside check, sure.
Alright, so that's going to be 30 total.
She's telling the truth. Totally your mother. Do you have a plan? How are we getting all these people out of here? Are you coming here to kill him? What is your plan? Everyone is freaking out. We watched it. We watched the moon go, cycle, set, come back, sun, set. We watched it in a matter of 10 minutes. I do not know. I've never seen anything like this. It's like he fast-forwarded an entire day.
My God.
Wait.
All right, we'll be there soon. We're actually.
What is your plan? Do I need to prepare? What is your plan?
Did King Max give us the okay to get people out of town?
I mean, there was words of that. Did you talk? Who the fuck did you talk to before?
Both Mom and Giselle about it.
Oh, so you did give her, but you didn't tell her about the tree thing. You just told her about the evacuation thing.
Correct.
Got it. I believe there's 50,000 people that are willing to fight, and there's about 45,000 people that we need to protect. If you have a way to get them out, they are ready, standing by, but we do not have much time.
We have ideas. We'll be there shortly. I'll be there as soon as I can.
All right. And my math was totally wrong. It's not 15. I'm thinking about it. It's roughly 8 o'clock at night right now, the night before. So you have...
More than 24 hours.
No, you have a little less than 24 hours. You have about 20
A little
hours.
less.
Okay.
So sunset's
Fair,
like
okay.
roughly 6 o'clock. So yeah, you have about 20 hours.
Mom was frantic when she said 15 minutes. She didn't know what was happening. Okay.
And she failed her
all right.
wisdom save. I rolled a natural one. That's hilarious. She
She
legitimately.
failed a wisdom save.
Yeah, she's flustered.
But is that
Okay.
the information Jadobi has that?
Well, no, I just misspoke because I was really frantic. Again, when I jump in these characters, I forget what's going on. So yes, it's about 20 hours is what she said, not 15.
By the
8-bit
gods.
coffee co.
I run
Like,
downstairs
remind me.
to everyone happily eating breakfast. Guys, we have a problem.
Yes, what? Where is alarm?
I sit
Mouthful
down.
of food.
I come to the table. I don't even sit down, and I look at everybody's eyes. All right, so my mother just contacted me, and she said that somehow Viktor has a fast-forwarded time. She said she saw the
What?
sun and moon. She saw the sun and moon cycle within 10 minutes. He
What?
pushed a whole day ahead of time.
How is that possible?
I have no fucking idea, but we only have roughly 20 hours before the main event happens. 20 hours tops.
All right, don't panic.
I'm
We
not
sure with
panicking.
her.
I grab a
Read,
roll.
my friend.
You
I grab
are
a roll out
panicking.
I grab a
20
roll out of Denahi's hand and start eating it.
20 hours there is still a lot of time here.
True. Yes. This is true.
We can go there, cast. Now it will drain us of our magic, so what we will need to come back here and rest
Okay.
if we want to be full strength to fight Viktor.
You're right.
That also won't give us much time to scope out the land and set traps and evacuate people.
Intelligence check. Anybody who wants to.
I don't have a very high intelligence.
Well, I don't have
Dice
any
jail.
intelligence, no.
I'm so upset. Gone.
13.
Leave.
13.
Hold on.
So
four,
with the math I gave
7.
you, with 45,000 people, if you all went to Tydian, because that's the central place for you to do that transfer via plans 4 times, you could funnel that many people, depending on the saves. So if you all succeed on the saves, including Torque and Tallulah for like go, and like yelling at people to scare them to go, you could in fact get the extra 5,000 people into the 4 different places. That would take 12 hours. So you would still have 8 hours. Well, yeah, about 8 hours left. My long rests are only 6 hours, so that does give you 2 hours to prep. Or, like you said, you come
Yeah,
back.
come back here.
You come back. You do a long rest. You go back. Then you have 8 hours to go to the verdant plateau, prep, whatever, debrief, and whatever. Like, and I can keep track of the time. But yes, so in theory, you should have time.
Okay.
That was a lot for
Have
13.
you ever heard of magic that can fast forward time like that?
Have we?
No.
It's probably a 10th level spell.
Really?
No one's heard of that. No, you've heard of
Okay.
stop time, but you've not heard of accelerate time.
All right, Cerise. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me that we have more time here. Okay, thank you. So we still need to do the lore thing that you suggested, and I need to commune with the spirits to see if I can get answers about the whereabouts of your family. and
Tallulah stands up and do that when we get back. We need to save the people now.
Yeah, I agree.
Come back, do the rest, do whatever information we need to get the people out to make sure that everyone knows what's going on. She's starting like. I'm speaking for Tallulah, but because she's from Tydian, so
And
she's
she said
panicking.
what she wants to be remembered for is how much she cares about her people. So
Yes. So let us be a reflection of that. The Lightbringers must cast light upon the darkness. We
The
must save
Lightbringers
these
have
people.
to haul ass.
I don't want to waste another day here because I need as much magic as possible for this. We both do.
Yes, we will have to work together, but if we work together, we can do this.
How sharp is that axe, Torque?
Very sharp.
All right, then let's go. We're leaving.
Lightbringers,
Fucking hell.
when Saiyan says that, I just like kind of pause and look at him like.
I know I am not maybe one of you right now, but still, I the enthusiasm is there. Yes.
Yes, it's there, and I am running out.
Okay.
Can we say that was an inspirational speech?
Sure, you get a D6. Why not?
Well, I was gonna say that would use my inspiring leader feat.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Basically, everyone. gets some
It
temporary
means
HP.
he's helping all of us, I think.
Everyone gets a
I'm trying to
what?
give everyone some temporary HP.
Sure, why not? How long does it last?
Cool, everyone gets 21 temporary HP
I'll take it.
How long does it last?
Wow.
until every short rest.
Okay, so it's for this
So
event.
once,
I like it.
yes, so once we take a short rest, it would reset.
Got it. Okay, so are you going to the boat?
Yep.
Okay.
That's where I'm headed.
Do you want me to? Let's try the gate. I suspect it might not work, but I want to try. See what happens when we cast it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
As I get to the boat, everyone, we're leaving. We're going to the material plane. Get ready.
All right, let's go.
All aboard. Who's going aboard?
It sounds like we have to.
I grab all the bread. All
we
the
have
bread
a
in my wake. I grab it.
How many Trixies are there?
Just one.
Okay, just kidding.
Is Torque still drunk?
So everyone.
Because Torque gets nervous if there's more than one.
All right, everyone. So we're going to the material plane because we have 20 hours until, on our time anyway, until Viktor attacks because he fast forwarded time somehow. Yeah, so that happened.
Okay.
And they say nothing to that?
Yeah,
They
the
just go,
mouths are open.
all right. Oh.
How is he
They
so
start to
strong?
pick up and they start to do crazy things.
I have no idea, Talk. Maybe he's learning new tricks as he goes, or he's getting stronger. I don't know. Hopefully, he's not. But all right, let's stand by the gyms, shall we?
That would be
Okay.
a very strong
So
sorcerer.
gates 2 charges of the 3.
It recharges every night, right? You like roll a d6 and then you get 1 to 3 charges back. Is my
I can't remember, but yeah, I think it's something like that.
okay? So and that I've been rolling. That's how I've been doing it.
Well, yeah, I was just curious, how many does gate use?
Oh, I assumed it was 1 of the the 3. Where is this? Cubic.
We're all just like standing by, just like kind of like waiting for Cerise.
Yeah, so you press one side twice. I always read that as it's 2 charges, but doesn't really say that. Either way, you're fine. You can do it either way. So you're gonna try it. So you cast gate, and a portal opens. Perception check.
Everyone?
Everybody?
Cerise, because she's the one who's doing it.
19.
Everybody?
Oh man, I actually rolled halfway decent.
19
Why do you
perception.
betray me tonight?
19 perception. The portal opens up. It's not big enough for the ship.
Oh, well, was worth it. So what does seem to be the difference? Does it seem bigger, or is it just?
It is bigger than it normally is, but it's definitely not big enough for a giant ship to go through.
Makes sense. Okay.
Okay, so then you click the one for the material plane, and you watch as the ship vanishes. You feel that thrust, and you arrive back where you all left in essentially the courtyard of Tydian.
Mm-hmm.
And there's fire and chaos and alarms everywhere.
So it did work. I'm sorry.
I forgot the
did
cable
work.
also has plane shift.
That's what I thought you said you were doing. So you did.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So you tried gate. It didn't work. And you plane shift.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right.
Oh
So
wow, Anne, that was amazing.
Sorry.
when we arrive,
I got like a Dolby effect. It just
when we arrive in the city, I guess we're like floating atop the city, or we're on the outskirts of the city, or something.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I assume I would have done it as close to the castle as possible.
Yeah, you would have arrived in like the same spot where you left. So you're in the upper steps area in that courtyard near where like your wife's house is, and the keep is right there. So you're between the keep and the cathedral essentially, and it is pouring rain at the moment.
Someone has a wife here?
Well, your partner, whatever, smart ass.
Oh, Giselle.
Yes.
All right.
And a kid.
All right.
And
by the
people,
way?
go.
there's thousands of people running around frantically.
All right, quickly, we should split up. I'll take these folks here to the far left.
Oh, should we get the king? And your mother and we all everyone.
You see a sopping wet Max running up to the ship. Joby, what's going on?
What happened to you? What's this?
It's raining. What do you mean what this is?
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I said it was raining. Listen to what the game says.
I must have missed that. Oh, I felt
But you're
it
also
down.
not
I
doing
felt it down.
Sirenscape, so you can't hear it. Got it.
All right. Well, so yeah, I heard about what's happened here, and we're ready to start evacuating the city. We hear that there are 15,000 people that are ready to go.
45,000 people.
45,000, even better, even better.
Walk in the park.
Yes.
Yes,
That's not exactly a walk in the park.
your
That's a lot of people.
your mother is ready with the people. You're gonna need a lot of help.
Yeah.
We're
Yes,
gonna
we
need
will.
a bigger
Yes, and-
boat.
Can you put me in her
Time is
direction?
not on our side. We must move
Yes,
quickly.
she's near the monastery on the west side of the city.
Thank you. Bye. I'll start walking over there,
Following in suit.
and I'm just kind of like running, like trying to like kind of like shift
Yeah.
between the mass of people. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Cerise
Sorry.
flies over them.
Oh, nice.
So you take everybody make a dexterity check, or dexterity saving throw for me.
That's what I'm talking about. This is my dice.
27.
27.
I got 24.
25.
Got it.
18.
Okay, just enough. Torque.
Sadly, 14.
14. Okay, so you're all able to get there fast enough, and the average is pulling Torque up. So Torque, you're not gonna get there right away, but Jadobi and all of them are gonna get there fast enough, and then you can come in tail end afterward. So you get there, and you see your mother, you see Giselle, you see Leroy, and a couple other people wearing robes. Look magic-y in a sense. Jadobi, what are we doing?
Oh, right. I remember that now.
What's the plan? You want to do some sort of teleport thing here?
All right. So we can teleport, but on our airship. We can also plane shift in our airship, but we can also open a massive porting tree between here and the places that we want to send these people. But the thing is, we're gonna need help keeping that tree open.
That's
We're
why
gonna
we're
need-
here.
Excellent. Who do I see? I see Leroy. I see my mother.
You see Giselle, and then like I just said when you were
Excellent.
texting.
I apologize. I guess I'm so sorry that I missed it. All right.
That's that's
I
that's,
look,
that's
I look
safe,
at
please.
Tallulah.
I'm just kidding.
No. I look at Tallulah. I look at Tallulah. Tallulah, do you think you can calm your people down long enough for them to hear what we have to say to get them to safety?
I can try.
Go for it.
Calm people down or motivate people.
Either or. Denahi, could you do that thing to make her voice boom?
I just touch her with my finger and enable that.
That's pretty good.
Here's your time.
Not so good. Okay. So she yells and she gets everyone's attention. People are scared. They calm down enough. At least the people in the front know what's going on. You see your mom and Giselle and Leroy all kind of put their hands up, and you watch as this energy, each is different. They each have different sorts of magical energy. All right, Jadobi, go!
Oh, right. I'm gonna look at Cerise and Denahi. All right, I'm gonna need your strength as well.
All right.
I'm ready.
So,
All right.
Jadobi, you're going to cast Transfer via Plants,
Yes.
so you need to expend that spell slot.
Of course.
So here's a question, and this goes for everybody.
Yep.
What spell slot are you going to burn to assist with this. What is going on?
Ninth, for sure.
Well, it seems like since. Never mind. I'm sorry.
What's up?
Is it?
Nothing.
What?
I have nothing to spell.
No, Torque and Tallulah, you guys are fine. You're gonna do something else in a second. I'm just asking the 4 casters. So you know you're gonna do this 4 times. So I'm asking what.
Hmm.
Is it safe to assume that a higher spell slot has a higher effect?
You can assume that.
All right, I guess maybe we should spread out our higher level spell slots.
Okay. So
I'll cast
Cerise,
9th level the first time.
9th. Saiyan.
4th.
Jadobi.
7th.
Denahi.
7th as well.
Okay. And Jadobi, that is on top of your transfer via plants. So it's transfer via plants and then a 7th level spot to do this. So.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Wait,
I'm
so
sorry.
now we have nothing to battle with?
No, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. We have a
I'll
plan.
still have some shit to do.
We're gonna rest before we go into battle.
So this.
Sorry, that was a meta question.
Oh, no, we're gonna rest before we fight the big bad.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Try
can
to.
the 4 of you please make a wisdom saving throw?
Okay, and I need to correct myself, DM. I don't think I'm gonna be using 7th. I was looking at plane shift.
Got it.
So I'm looking at transfer via plants now, and I'm going to just use that regular 6th level.
I'll allow you to do that. That's fine. Okay. So
Wisdom, you say?
wisdom save.
So as I begin to mutter these druidic words, and my eyes and tattoos begin to glow a vibrant green, and we're all gathered up this tree, I'm gonna kind of try to rip the tree apart to make a door, and let's see what happens. I'm rolling something.
Wisdom save.
Point of interest. Is this wisdom save against something magical?
This wisdom save is to see if you have the magical endurance to withstand this for 3 hours.
So could you say that that would be against a magical effect?
Sure.
So if that's the case, then everyone within 30 feet of me has advantage.
Oh.
Yes, thank God.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Oh, it didn't help at all.
I rolled literally the same thing. Oh well.
God damn it.
And +4.
I don't suppose we could argue for
What?
our.
What are we rolling again then?
No,
Because
hold on,
You're
Torque.
not.
Hold on, Torque.
Fuck.
Okay, so, Cerise.
those kind
Well,
of
let me
numbers
just double
are
check if I have
helping
any
me.
inspiration in the. Yeah, I have a D6 inspiration I can use for this. Okay, 14.
14. Okay. Sam.
22.
Jadobi.
40.
Dickhead.
Ooh.
Deny.
13.
13. Okay. Torque and Tallulah, I need you to make a intimidation check.
Oh,
Or
wow. Okay.
it could be intimidation, it could be persuasion. Your choice. Dealer's choice.
I'm just.
That puts me at a
concentrating.
22.
Torque is at a 22. And what was that? 9? Shit. 9 and 8. 9 and 8. That sucks. 17. Okay. Second check. Charisma saving throw.
And this is another spell slot we're expending?
No.
Or is this the same?
One
this is
spell
the same
slot.
one.
It's one spell slot for these two.
Charisma, you say?
Yep.
29.
29. Okay. Sane.
32.
Jadobi.
32 as well.
Oops. Okay. Ooh, nice. 41.
41. Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Wait, you said charisma, not wisdom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, charisma.
Sorry. Charisma save. So it's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't have any help. It's 11.
I mean, I imagine it's still very good.
31 total.
31 total. Got it. Also, I lied. I'm sorry. What spell slot were you using for this one? I looked at the
this
wrong numbers. So it's two attempts to get the first batch in for one ward. So Cerise, what spell slot?
I'm gonna use a lower one this time. I'm going to use I'm gonna use a 5th level spell slot.
5th. San.
So this is the second slot that we're expending now?
Yes.
That'll be 4th again.
Jadobi.
I'm going to expend a 5th.
Denahi.
Has anyone done their max yet for this
I
one?
have.
Okay.
Oh, on this, yeah.
I
Not
haven't.
this one. I did it last time.
Okay, 8th.
8th. Okay. Torque, intimidation or persuasion check.
Wow. I rolled a shitty roll.
Which ward was this? Jadobi?
Intimidation, persuasion. Yeah, intimidation is the best I can do,
What is it?
and it's gonna be like a 10.
Okay. What ward?
I
was-
rolled really badly.
No, that's fine. What ward was this? Jadobi?
I don't think we said.
Just tell me
They're all going to
Valari?
Valari, yes. They're all going to Valari.
This batch is going to Valari?
I was gonna send them all to Valari, but maybe not.
Well, we can only send. Valari can't accommodate.
2,000 was
45,000.
Valari's max, but you're gonna force 3,000 there. That's
No
what
problem.
my
Okay,
understanding was.
the first batch went to Valari. The second batch are going to the Earth Ward.
Alright, got it. Okay, so just under 3,000 people rush through the gate before you all stop and everyone looks exhausted, but you get just under 3,000 people through that first gate to Valari. You take a moment, Jadobi. When you cast transfer via plans, what level is that?
Transfer via plants is 6th level.
Got it. And that's what you did the first time, right?
Correct.
Question.
Yes.
Do you have enough spell slots to do that 4 times?
I can tell you in 1 second.
I mean, 6th, 7th, 8th,
6th,
9th.
7th, 8th. I can do it 3 more times. So
Okay.
I can do transfer via plants.
So
4
just
times.
logic being your first spell slot has to do transfer via plans at whatever spell slot you have. Just so we're on the same page. Does that make sense?
No, I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
So each wave of 3 hours of 10,000 people is, excuse me, yeah, I don't know why I said 3,000. There's a lot of people in Valari right now. Each thing takes 2 spell slots for each of you. Your first spell slot has to be transfer via plans, so you have to have a spell slot able to cast that spell.
I see.
Got it. So
I see.
you got it once.
You
You're
gotta
good.
save those
You have
6
you have,
levels.
you have 3 more. Just your second check can't be one of those high levels. Does that make sense?
Okay. So the very first time I cast it, I had to use the 6th level and then
Or
plus another
higher.
spell slot.
Yeah.
Or high. Or
Okay.
another spell slot. And then the second time, the next time after I send it to
Could be
Valari,
anything.
could be anything. Excellent.
So
Yeah.
wait, we sent 10,000 people to Valari?
Yes. It's extremely overcrowded, but that's the, and it's actually just shy. It's more closer to 9 because of some of the checks weren't quite high enough. But
But we'll bring a lot of them back soon.
yes, this is just literally for the next day.
Mhm.
They'll make do.
So what's the second ward?
The second ward is going to be
Faye?
Faye.
Faye. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's think about this. I'm running out of paper. So Cerise, what spell slot?
I'll do another 5th.
Saiyan.
3rd.
Jadobi, transfer via plants.
5th?
Can you cast transfer via plants at 5th level?
No. Okay. No. 7th.
Got it. Denahi.
I'll use my 9th level spell then.
Okay. Let's see. For the first one, it is a wisdom saving throw. Torque, strength, or intimidation or persuasion. Woo!
Thank God for advantage.
So we have
That second
advantage.
roll was much better.
Yes, advantage.
Oh.
17.
17. All right. Cerise.
15.
Okay. Sand.
32.
Jadobi.
I got a 36 total.
Denahi.
19.
19. Okay. Round 2. Cerise, spell slot.
I will use.
Are we still on round 2?
This is
Oh.
now. You've already got part of the people. This is a different ward now. So it's round
Okay.
2 for the second ward. Cerise.
Keep going, friends.
Sorry, somewhat regretting casting contingency this morning, but what can you do?
What
I
can
said
you
I
do?
did it. I will use 4th level spell slot.
Sand.
3rd level.
Jadobi.
8th.
Wait, don't do that this time. You have to save it.
I have to save 8th?
You have to be
Yes,
able to
to
cast.
cast-
Save your
for the
high
plants.
levels for the attack.
This is still this is the second spell slot on the second round.
Sorry,
You're not
super
recasting
meta.
through plants.
Okay, so just to let you guys know, of my big spell slots, I have 1/8 and 1/9 left.
That's for the earth and the air ward.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay then, I will use a 5th level.
Denahi.
5th as well.
Okay. Charisma saving throw and torque, same thing.
Oh, thank God for that.
Wait,
advantage again.
charisma saving throw?
No, torque, intimidation, or persuasion.
23 for me.
God damn it, I rolled really badly. 9.
Sand.
35.
Okay. Jadobi.
25.
Denahi.
I'm this close to rolling 1s.
Sorry, hang on. Wisdom?
Charisma.
Charisma.
Oh.
You have advantage on it, and you have a +4 from.
Why do you have why do you have advantage on charisma?
It's only on wisdom, right?
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, scratch
No,
that.
it's on any saving throws against magical effects.
Oh,
36.
36. Okay. All right. So a hair over 10,000 heads to the Fae. You see Facina and some of the other casters there before the doorway closes. You now have 2 down. Now you have earth or air. What's next?
Earth.
Okay. Cerise, what spell slot?
4th.
Sand.
I'm running out of slots. I'm gonna have to go second.
Okay, Jadobi, which spell slot are you casting? Transfer via plants.
8th.
Denahi.
6th.
Okay.
Ooh, eight,
Wisdom
that?
save, torque, same thing. Persuasion or intimidation.
Oh, natural.
That helps.
Nice.
Because I rolled shitty.
That roll was not good for me.
What's your natural plus, torque? 20 what?
6.
26.
For
All right.
intimidation.
Cerise, what's your roll?
15.
15.
Or 16, sorry.
That's with advantage.
It is. I only have a +1 to wisdom saves.
Sir Sarah, saying.
18. I rolled very poorly.
Oh no. Jadobi?
I love that you got an 18 and you rolled poorly.
What is
Says the person
what
who
is
deals more
Adobe's
damage
plus
than
I
anyone
rolled
else.
is what I
poorly
want to know.
and
How
it's
are you
a
getting
9.
40?
38 total.
Denahi?
I have a
27.
+17.
27. Okay. Second round. Cerise, what spell slot?
I'll use 8th for this
How many
one.
rounds are there?
There's 2 per ward. You have technically 3 more rounds. Sand.
Holy shit.
Second level again.
Jadobi.
May I do a... What do I have? May I do a 4th?
I don't know. Do you have a 4th left?
Yeah.
Denahi?
I'm just trying to...
I don't know.
4th.
entirely understand.
Okay. Right. So, charisma saving throws, torque, intimidation, or persuasion.
Charisma, you said?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. That was a good one. Nat 20, which will be 36.
Cerise.
26.
26. Okay. Sayin.
Nope, I'm taking the one
There's
I
a nat
rolled.
20, which comes to 36.
Jadobi.
26.
Denahi.
21.
Torko, what'd you get?
I'm taking the one I rolled, which would be a 21 total.
Okay. You finished that for about 12,000 people rush through to the Earth Ward. You all are dripping and pouring with sweat. Your body is aching. Your hands are tingly. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm using all the magic I have.
Come on. Come on. Ooh!
5.
Oh, I don't
Five.
get advantage on that one, but I get a lot of.
Is this
plus.
still from a magical effect?
No, this is exhaustion.
Just us?
Now,
Cool.
I mean,
Mine
does
is
Wardcaster
19.
apply to this?
No.
Okay, well,
25.
25.
19.
maybe I should use some inspiration on this before I know the result. And I don't know if it'll help me. Yeah, why isn't it? Well, I'll use a D10 inspiration if I'm holding on to.
So, Saiyan, what'd you get?
So
20.
20. Jadobi?
28.
now I have a 12.
12. Denahi?
Oh, wait. Sorry. What are we rolling now?
Constitution save.
Torque, what'd you get?
Oh shit! I already forgot. God damn it! Hold on. It was the. So 19.
19.
42.
40. Constitution save? How the
Yeah.
fuck do you get a Constitution? 42.
Wow.
I rolled a 19.
Plus
That's
21.
a mad
That's
con.
12.
Plus the 3.
Wait, plus 3?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, plus 3 on saves. I see. Okay. Tallulah, Saiyan, Torque, and Cerise, you all have disadvantage on your next 2 checks.
Oh boy.
So is that neutralized?
Well,
to
the good
just-
news is that would
Yes.
just neutralize the advantage.
So Saiyan and Cerise have straight rolls. Tallulah and Torque have disadvantage on their motivation checks. Last check, Air Ward. Cerise, what spell slot?
4th.
4th. Saiyan,
This is our last one.
we have 2 more. Last
We have two.
2 rounds.
But last 2.
Yes.
Got it. Then I'm going to go ahead and use my last 4th level.
Jadobi 9th.
Yeah.
Good timing. Denahi
5th.
5th. Okay. You all make wisdom saving throws. You remember if you have disadvantage or don't have a disadvantage.
Natural 20, bitch.
Oh,
Ugh,
forgot
I
you-
12.
wish I could say the same. I cannot.
I cannot either.
I got the same roll each time, 17. So that means what was it? A for me?
Intimidation or persuasion. So Cerise.
You don't have advantage, but you
Intimidation
still get
is
put-
what I'm gonna always roll, and that's a plus 6. So 24. Oh no, sorry, 22.
Got it. Cerise.
Yeah, we don't have
12.
the advantage, but you still have +4. So just remember that.
You add the +4, Cerise?
Oh, with a +4? 16.
16. Saiyan.
18.
Jadobi.
29.
And Denahi.
30.
Okay. Last round. Spell slot Cerise.
3rd.
Saiyan.
Really don't want to, but I want this to work. I'm burning my 5th level.
Jadobi.
5th level? 4th.
Denahi.
4th.
Ooh, you guys barely made it. Right. Charisma saves. Torque. Again, you guys have 2 straight rolls. Torque and Tallulah have disadvantage on the intimidation.
Thank God.
Oh,
Nice.
fuck me.
29.
Holy shit! Oh, okay.
Cerise.
Nice.
29.
Saiyan.
30.
30.
30.
Let's see. 30. Lost it. Jadobi.
Charisma saving throw, yes?
Yep.
22 total.
Denahi.
27.
Torque.
17. I rolled an 18 and a 17.
So, almost the last portion of people rushed through. There's probably 700 people left, maybe 800 people left, as everyone rushes through. Your mother, Giselle, Leroy,
Your mother.
and everyone else is still there. There's women and children crying. They try to get it. Some people are like banging and crying on the tree. They want to go through. 12 hours have passed. You all have 1 point of exhaustion, and you have teleported everybody to the 4 planes that you.
Oh, so they
many
did
people
go
are
through.
left?
We didn't.
About 700 to 800 people are left.
Well, the ship can accommodate them then, right?
It's like 500 to 600 people in the hull of holding, even if you shove them in there. What do you guys want to do? So it's
So many left.
it's
We
the,
must do something. for
as
them.
you're finishing this last
Only
set,
the warriors stay behind.
the sun is coming up. So you've 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. now. The sun is coming up. You've all throughout the night. You've been pouring through the rain, getting as many people as you can. It is 8 a.m. right now.
Only the strongest remain.
All right.
We must do something for them.
I say we take as many as we can to the Earth Ward when we go there to rest. If we can take
And
them on
what
the
of the
ship.
rest of them? They just stay here?
I mean,
But they can hide in the keep, right?
we,
That was the
Yeah.
original plan.
What's the original plan?
we have some place in the holding areas underneath. I can take them there.
Who says that?
Your mother.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try to. Cerise, I'm completely tapped out with.
I've got the cube.
Force
Got one
cube.
more charge to take us back to the Earth Ward.
Okay. Mother, we're gonna. I'm sorry. Whew.
Jadobi.
We're gonna take as many as we
Yes.
can in the ship.
Yes. Go get rest. We will fortify what we can. I will share with Max what we have done. Speak. I'll see you in a few minutes, I guess. But here, and she hands you a package, a small little box package. This is a gift from your father. He sent us something. And as she says that, she has like a little letter that's kind of folded, and she places it on her chest and tucks it into a pocket. And she blushes.
There's a smiley face on
She
the
blushes
box.
for a half a second.
Yes, I sent him a letter. I told him to reply to you.
He did.
Do I see in this package? Do I see a letter, like a return letter?
It's a package and it's wrapped, so you'd have to unwrap it and all that stuff. It's a sealed package. But she
I-
has a letter that was hers that she put away.
Are you sure you shouldn't come with us for the few
No,
minutes we'll be
my-
gone so you can rest?
My place is here. These people need people to stay here, not to run. Go, rest. You're just wasting
But-
time now.
You could recharge your magic too.
I will do
We
that.
are wasting time. Let's go.
We
Alright.
have 12 hours. I can get rest.
All right.
Do whatever
The
preparations
sooner we
you
get
need.
rested, the sooner we can come back and bring everyone.
All right. Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Well, we can bring. That's true. We might even be able to make 2 passes.
Before I turn around and leave, I'm gonna rush in and give my mom a hug.
She gives you a hug.
I'll be back, okay?
Okay.
I'll see you soon.
A maid of some sort comes with a small little package and hands it to Giselle. She shakes it a little bit. I will be joining you, Jadobi. I will not be staying here.
Good. Yes, you are. You and Dolorosian. Oh, that package. Got you.
She
Okay.
was doing the motion.
Sorry, I was looking at the camera. I was looking at sorry.
So
Yes.
What are we talking about here?
so you rush back up. Not to be a total dick, but I would say it would probably, even like a full sprint, would probably take you 15 minutes. It would probably take you 15 to 30 minutes to get to the tree. Because this is a big city. It's like 2 miles you'd have to get to. Through crowds of people. To get back to the ship maybe 15. So 45 more minutes on top of it. So it's technically 8:45. Being super specific right now.
Okay.
That's 8:45 a.m. So you have 11 hours and 15 minutes, give or take.
As I'm running with my son, crazy, I'm gonna yell out. I'm probably gonna just kind of speak out normally because I'm
He's
exhausted.
gonna scream out, "Does anybody know healthcare? Because I don't know how to care for the child."
Hush, Eric! I'm gonna say, do you ever feel like things just move too fast sometimes?
Like fast forwarding several days and
Well,
moon
that
phases.
too. I just feel like
I'm just a baby. I don't know anything.
we rushed through like this entire day. Like this whole day is a blur to me right now. I don't even know what just
Right.
happened.
I'm so tired. We need to go.
As a father.
What just happened is we saved thousands of people, but there's still hundreds more to do, and they cannot be saved if we are not rested.
So
I'm so tired.
those 600 plus people rush with you, because this is what my understanding was. You take another 30 minutes to get them on the ship, load up on the ship, last button push, back to the Earth Ward. So it's now 9:15,
Okay.
and now you're in the Earth Ward.
It's 9:15 in the Earth Ward, baby.
All right.
Easy
What
there.
time is that anywhere else?
Easy there, cowboy.
All right, I'm gonna.
The sooner we rest, the better.
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder if they have rooms for us in the inn. I don't know where they're
I mean,
putting everyone.
there's beds on the boat too. So
That's true.
the-
Maybe we should just stay here.
600 people rush off the boat. Toro comes up. More? Really? All right.
Yes.
Go. We'll make it work.
Me and Giselle are gonna go to the casino.
Quick question, DM.
Yes.
Is Nico alive yet?
Not yet.
God damn it. How many more days?
You're unsure with all the shifts. I have a thing going right now with dude's fast forward shift that kind of robbed you of a day. But yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Me and Giselle are we're going to Satina. Like we're just gonna.
Okay.
I'm taking her to Satina.
You rush to get to Satina. Also, I'm just gonna put it out there. Did you grab Ika? And Greg?
I totally would have.
Probably.
Totally would have.
Okay.
And I would have taken Carlos out of there as well. Not Carlos. Carlox.
So I would say Carlox and Lobo, just for the purposes of this, are in the secured area in the basement with the other survivors as additional protection.
Fine.
Carlock's
I understand.
protecting things.
But yeah, that's
Okay.
you know what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah.
going to Satina. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
That's the plan.
So you head to Facina. She's.
Satina.
Did I just combine?
Satina.
I combined two names, didn't I? I
Probably.
said Safina. Anyway, so you find Satina. You get there. She's orchestrating and rushing people in every which way. It's busy. They're like the city was pretty packed before because remember a lot of refugees from Motul was rushing here. So they're way past capacity. The magical barrier is still intact. They're still protected. Shitobi, that was a little bit more than what we were talking about, but we'll
Yeah, we were all surprised. Honestly, we were all surprised with it. But I'm with Giselle and I'm holding my son. I need you to keep them safe, okay? Can you give them a place to stay?
Yes, they can stay with me in the keep.
Thank you.
All right. Get some rest. I know you all are busy. I will do what I can here.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay.
And she goes. I always do it backwards, but it's fine.
It's okay. I'm probably spending the night with
Sure.
Giselle and my son.
Is there anything else anyone's doing before? I mean, you're all exhausted. You just need to go to sleep. Like it's.
Good night, Jacoby.
I think I just collapse
You're not with me.
into whatever bed presents itself.
Got it. So, for the purpose of this, you go to sleep. You get probably 8 hours, a little bit more than you wanted. You're toast. The exhaustion point is gone. You give yourself the effects of a long rest, so you get back all your spell slots. Morning of the next day, what would you like to do?
And it is a morning, like we slept through the night there.
In the Earth Ward, yes. So, give or take, it's maybe 30 minutes later on the material plane.
And that just rolled a 3 to recharge the gate.
All right, I'm gonna leave little Zelarosian and Giselle to Tina.
As you
And-
leave, he sneezes again. And he turns himself into a mini tiger.
Oh.
A tiger cub. I just recently learned how to do that. He's so amazing. I'm gonna like kind of give him like a little head
He's
scratch.
really excited.
You be good for your mother, Giselle. I'll see you. And I'll run out. I'm going to activate the ear cuff. Cerise, I think we have enough time to spend one last day here, so we can do the things that we were planning with the lore and the other thing to see if we can get answers about your family and Victor.
Tallulah would chime in and say, what would Tallulah say? I don't think we need an entire day, but yes, let's get all the information we need.
I'm going to be using a lot of my energies to do this, so we all have a solidified power when we go up against
alright.
Victor.
Let's
So
go.
I'm going to
Let's
need
go.
an entire day.
Let's go.
Okay. And so I
Alright.
walk.
So,
Not hearing anything that Jadobi just said. Come on, you all. If we all rested, we got to go help the rest of the people. I don't have the ear cuffs. I have no idea.
we
what
should
just
get you
said.
one. Can we get him one? I took one from your friends.
One what?
The ear things. Where we can hear
Jadobi
each
is
other.
going to stores and looking for things to give as offerings to God, so he can get answers.
Investigation
and
check.
I'm looking for ivory.
Sure. Well, investigation
Plus.
check.
I assume I have enough incense. Well, so maybe I shouldn't. I don't know.
That's fine. You guys
Okay,
have a shit ton of gold in your bag, so it's fine.
Investigation?
Yeah.
24.
24. Jadobi?
8.
8. I would say you'd find the items that you need in an hour or so. Probably spend about 1,000 gold each to get the items, we'll call it. So you have everything you need to do the things you want to do. Where do you go to do those?
1,000 gold each. Good lord.
Some expensive spells we're casting.
No kidding.
We should be broke.
I want to go on the ship.
pretty soon.
The ship, of course.
Okay. Go
I'm
ahead.
going to go on the ship as well.
Okay. So you all convene back on the ship. Which thing are you doing first?
Let's do yours first, Adobe.
My thing?
Unless you want me to do mine first.
Let's. You know what? You go first. Let's
I mean,
start
mine
with-
works the more information we have, right? The more information we have, the better it works.
True. All right. Well, let me start doing the thing then. I sit down, cross legs, put everything in place. I get my offering, and I'm going to start to kind of chant to myself and kind of like go back and forth because I'm kind of impatient. And I will be casting divination, and I will speak to a great guardian spirit.
Okay. Ask your question.
All right. Great guardian spirit, I come to you looking for aid. I am allotted one question. My question to you is, I didn't even have, everything was going so fast I didn't even have time to think about the question. My question to you is,
Gonna happen today.
can we, shut up, Eric. Can we rescue Cerise's family from the Shadow Ward before we kill Victor?
That's something that happens in the next 7 days, right? That's what the question is?
Yes.
Assuming we kill Victor.
Yeah, I can ask anything about events in the future, and they have to answer me truthfully.
It has to be within the next 7 days. That says it in the spell.
There we go.
Okay. The one's family that you speak of can only be saved when the creature that holds them is gone from his home plane. For good.
And the last thing that I say before I'm like kind of like spiritually blasted out of the presence of this guy would be just, oh fuck.
I like that you took the time to make sure to clarify that you could say nothing of
I come back to
great.
myself. Victor must die permanently before your family can be taken from the shadow.
We'll have to kill him swiftly then.
So, Jadobi, make an
he's going to be on our
intelligence,
side.
religion, nature check. Your choice.
Let's
Dealer's
go.
choice.
intelligence, religion, or nature.
Since Saiyan is beside me, do I get any bonuses or advantages?
Oh, you've got to have one of those.
He has to cast
Could I
something.
assist him?
How would you
Oh,
like
okay.
to assist him? Because it's not freebie in my games. How would you like to assist him?
What is it you're trying to do again, Jadobi?
He's trying to decipher the message.
Decipher the message. And I was just asking because I know that you have passive things to like help your party, so I was just asking if you had anything passive that this could be helping.
Right. I'm not sure if I have anything passive that could help in the way that you're asking.
No problem. No problem.
Okay.
All right, I'll roll for it. Here we go. I don't even remind me what I'm rolling for.
History, religion, nature, something of that sort.
Let's see what we got here.
Dealer's choice.
They're like 5 different things.
Okay. 23 total.
23. The way that the message was given to you hints that Cerise's family is still alive. The way that it was talking about, like, present tense, that her family is alive.
Okay.
That they aren't, like, already dead, is the point. They are alive.
Understood. Cerisa,
The DC was 22, by the way.
Wow. And if it helps at all, Cerise, it's always difficult deciphering a full message from the almighty spirits, but I have a strong inclination that your family is still with us.
Okay, well, hopefully that will be the case when we send him back to the Shadow Ward too.
Yes. I'm going back under. I'm going to see if I'm going to ask a question about Victor.
Good plan.
The question to ask again, I am not entirely sure. Anyone has any suggestions? I'm thinking about.
You're using divination again to ask a
Yes.
question about Victor?
Why don't we ask what his vulnerabilities are in the
How
Shadow
can we kill
Ward?
him? Tallulah says.
Yeah, in the Shadow Ward.
There you go.
Because we know that it's different
How can
there.
we kill him is the greatest question ever, Tallulah. Great job.
More specifically, how do we make sure he doesn't come back?
Okay.
I'll worry about that after we kill him now.
Okay. I will do it again,
Okay.
focusing on the spirits to talk about Victor.
Can you
I'm flustered.
can you please make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, do I get to ask the question first, or?
This is as you're asking the question. Make a wisdom
Okay.
saving throw.
Cool. And just to clarify, the question that I asked is, how can we kill Victor in the Shadow Ward?
Okay.
That's the question.
That's why you're making the save.
Is it magical?
Not really. It's more like
Can I help him?
ethereal god. talking about stuff that you shouldn't talk about. Stuff.
Can I
20
help him?
Not with this, no.
Damn it! I just rolled a fucking 20.
25 total.
We'll save that for later. 25 total. The voice starts to come back in a very similar, like, female-esque voice, and it starts to get a little crackly.
Mm.
And as the voice is coming, the way to kill a creature of the shadow is becoming the shadow. You will not kill my Viktor.
No.
Clear your throat, bitch.
You will not be able to use the shadow against him. He will not die. And then
Crap. What was her name? Riha's her name.
By the way,
Rehab.
as my axe is swinging through her, she disappears.
She's not here. She's all like
it's just the voice.
in the spiritual plane. Riha,
That is not a good look on your face. What was that?
Riha, we're coming for him, whether you like it or not. Deal with it.
No response.
But they know we're coming.
Same thing. Do a dealer's choice. Religion, history, arcana, nature.
Me?
Yeah.
Whoa! Natural 20, baby!
Ooh,
Decipher
solid.
Decipher what she just said, because it's truthful, even though it's her saying it. What she said was truthful. Do you remember specifically what she just said?
You must become a creature of the shadow, or to defeat a creature of the shadow, you must become the shadow.
I'm sure you're gonna watch the VOD.
Oh, I guess I should watch the VOD.
So with the natural,
I might have a feeling what that means, but
with the
character,
natural
man.
20, I can tell you. She said you will not be able to use the shadow, or something like that, to defeat him. So you'll have to go back and watch it. Unfortunately, I lost it in that moment. We're 3 hours and 14 minutes into the show, so
Okay.
circle it back
So-
that way.
I will not be able to defeat him with the shadow.
So that statement is the statement that you saw. The only reason why I'm giving this to you is because you got a natural 20. I'm sure you'd go back and watch it anyway, but the answer to your question to defeat Viktor for good is using his darkness against him.
Okay.
does
I
Joe
relate.
prefer this?
I relayed this to the team.
Okay?
Shadow of darkness. Wait a minute. You. Do you not have his blood?
I do.
Hello, darkness.
Could
my
you
old
be the
friend.
shadow that they are referring to?
I think it must be bigger than me, but I don't know. Okay. Anything else?
All right. I think it's your turn, Cerise.
Okay. So I like clear the way, Genobi, and start stacking out my own little ritual circle of
Sure.
incense,
I
laying
help her.
out my ivory slips, and cast legend lore, and I say Viktor Kuran as the person I'm trying to channel, and I'm hoping to gain any more information about
Could you
his vulnerabilities. Yep.
explain?
Yes. Do you want me to read the spell?
You can. I'm
Or-
gonna read it too, but you can read it so everyone can hear it.
Yes. Name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. If the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. The more information you already have about a thing, the more precise and detailed the information you receive is.
Okay.
The information
She
you learn
knows
is
everything.
accurate, but maybe couched in figurative language. It's not true.
Viktor Koran is a creature born of darkness. thousands of years ago, created by the goddess of darkness, Riha. Times over the ages, mortals have attempted to kill and slay the creature. He goes back to the Shadow Ward in the Shadow Keep, where he gains and regains his power. The longer an entity takes to embark on that castle, the stronger Viktor will get. The shadow that forms his essence can be used against him. The darkness that fuels him, gives him his power, can also be his weakness. He has influences all throughout the land, but the castle remains limitly occupied.
Remains limitly.
I didn't know what the word was, so that's what I said.
Limitedly?
There's not that many people in the castle. Don't argue with the god.
I just wanted to clarify what the word you said was.
You ruined it. You guys ruined
The
it.
word of the day,
I'm
folks.
so sorry.
The easiest course of action is to do the unexpected. The rift in the Verdant Plateau is guarded by one soul. Those who possess the key may embark on an uncharted journey that no one has attempted to in the past.
All right. Okay.
There's no
So-
time for journeys.
Well, I think the point is what we
Well,
learned
don't
about that
stop
rift.
believing.
I get that reference. Okay. Anyway. So, the key. So we learned that the key to the rift is Warwick, right? That's how we get through. And that.
Warwick, the key to the rift.
And so and the rift was described like the back doors to the castle. So it's probably closer, less of a journey than other people have taken. And there's not too many people in the keep. And again, we can use his essence against him. We need to figure out what that means.
Maybe turn his own people onto him?
It means
his
take a
darkness
piece of him
informs him.
and use it against him.
I always wonder
Essence
if
is usually the body or mind in some way.
Or is it metaphorical?
I wonder if it has
Whoa.
anything to do with his connection to Rehab, right? Because they're talking about his darkness, shadow. She's the goddess of darkness, right?
Yes.
I don't really have a fully formed thought about what this could mean.
In side note, I feel really, really dirty. Like, my soul feels really dirty after she spoke to me. Like, I don't feel good. Just want to throw that out there.
I feel at home.
Have you tried Purell?
I should try that.
No, it's all sold out.
True story.
It's only $800 an ounce.
So is there, while you all processing this, is there anything else you want to do, or are you just wanting to long rest again, regain your spell slots, and then jet to the plateau, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I think, let me just double check if there's anything, that got us a lot of information. There might be one more legend lore I want to cast, but
Yeah, I'll probably think of something a little bit later, but right now I'm pretty good.
we could also do that next episode.
Yeah,
We wanna-
yeah. I'll make a
Yeah,
list
next
for
episode.
next episode. I
Nice.
think so.
We're all jumping straight to Snoop Dogg. I love it.
I'm tempted to commune with Athora once more, but I don't know if she'll answer. She seemed to cut off real quickly the last time.
Cut off.
Do we
Doesn't
want
sound good.
do we want to try and cast this on Rosalind to see if we can understand what she was trying to do at the end? Like, how she was trying to portray Victor? To see if we could maybe get that information?
But okay.
We'll think on it.
Okay. As you all sit on the deck of the ship, processing the information download you just received, contemplating the last final things you want to do before you take your final long rest and head into the fray, that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Alright.
Yay!
Go team, go.
I did it.
Good stuff.
So, yeah, let's find somebody to do the thing.
Way to go, team! You guys roll.
My brain hurts.
Yay.
I'm so happy I can lash onto your coattails. It's amazing.
Is Scabby Rooster still on?
They look like it. They're probably going to get off here in a second, but why not? So,
We managed
yeah,
to
we're going to
rescue
go ahead.
thousands of people, so that's cool.
We're going to go ahead and raid Scabby Rooster. Make sure to show some Fabled 42 and Ukodor love. We'll catch you guys on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time for the first episode of Adventures in Middle-earth. Origins of Ukodor, episode 2 on Monday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. And come back next week for the potential planning and maybe beginning fight against Viktor. So we will see you guys next week.
Later.
We're all gonna die.
Oh, crap.